Oh, now the game's not popping up. Oh my goodness. Come on. Really? Oh, the game's not popping up. Okay, oh, there it is. Okay. Hello,
There
hello,
you go.
everyone. We're back with some more Katawa Shoujo. We have Duo here.
Oh,
Um,
hello, how are you doing?
yeah, let me know if Duo is you know, if you can hear him alright. Because I kind of adjusted the volume a little bit last time. Every time I have someone that's like collabing with me, it seems that the person on Discord is like quieter on stream. I'm not sure why that is. Also, hello, Lena.
Mina.
Alright. If I remember correctly, basically, we just kind of just started, right? We just kind
Yeah.
of like, this is like the first, is it the first or second day of school? One of the days, it's okay.
One of the days, yeah.
I think it's the last thing I remember.
Oh, I see. That's a good question, Hee-chan.
My first thought is that means she doesn't know, which is worrying. Maybe I'm being too negative. Well, anyway, Misha, please don't prove me right.
Oh, that's right. Everyone is encouraged to join a club. A lot of people do so. Basically, there isn't really anything else to do. There are also school events like the festival coming up in a few days. Almost every student in the school tends to help out with whatever they're doing. So, you were transferred in a busy time. Maybe you can help out too.
Sure. I mean, what's the festival about? Misha freezes.
I don't know, Hee-chan. The truth is, it's a local event, and I'm not from this area, so...
His volume needs to be bumped up a bit? Okay, let me see if I could do that. I might have to do it on, like, OBS itself, because actually on Discord, your volume is at the max. So I'm gonna have to do it, I think, on OBS. It might up the volume of the game, though? Let's see.
Uh,
And then I can always adjust the music, too.
I can probably bump it up on my end. 26.
No, you're okay. Alright. And now my game is not popping up. Come on! Every time I exit out. Game gone. Okay, there it is. It's weird. Hold on, let me lower down music. That might help a little bit. Alright, how about that? Leah's like, I didn't do anything, I'm just here. What? That was me. And repo and everything.
Yep. Yep. She touched the duck.
Yeah. Alright, how's it now? Does this sound okay? Let's see. She starts signing desperately to Shizune, asking her to bail her out. Shizune adjusts her glasses at the end of an oddly grandiose flourish and starts signing hard and heavy. Test test. You had to say test test.
Test.
How's that?
Uh-huh. Oh. Who cares?
Better, okay. Cool. Thanks, sis. Misha pops out of her chest as she shouts Shizune's words out at me for such a proportionate amount of pride. Too loud. I can see heads turning to look in our direction. That's so loud.
Human beings evolved with each new generation. The ideas and beliefs behind a festival was inevitable change with time. Now it's about delicious fried food and amusing little games that you play to win prizes.
The teacher clears his throat very loudly, batting his long wooden pointer against his other palm. like a baton. He shoots a pointed gaze at us. Finally noticing where we are, Misha stifles a yelp and quickly quiets down. Shizune doesn't seem embarrassed at all, though brushing it off without a care.
We are in the middle of a class and should start working. That's right, C-chan. What? That's right. He-chan is. Are you asking because you're interested in joining a club?
It could have been my eyes playing tricks on me, but I think I saw a suspicious glance exchanged between them. Misha's tone has also changed, although it does that every other word anyway. Yeah, I was thinking about it. Misha and Shizune look at each other again. I'm about to ask what they have in mind when something dark flashes in my peripheral vision, catching my attention. Out of the corner of my eye, I see the girl with long dark hair get up from her desk and slip silently towards the door. It doesn't seem like she was working in any group, and no one seems to notice her but me. I glance at the teacher, who's also looking at the dark-haired girl go. Why doesn't he say anything?
He-chan, is something wrong?
Do I look as uneasy as I feel? Or was Misha just looking at me, looking after the girl who left? No, nothing.
Okay. Well, like we were asking, you don't have any plans for lunch today, do you?
I thought I would go to the library and pick up some books. Not really.
You want to have lunch together then?
Sure.
Yay! Okay, He-chan, perfect.
To lunch we go. The rest of class passes uneventfully. The girl with the long hair never came back. Before I have the time to put any more thought into where she could have gone, the teacher informs us that it's time to stop working. Shizune looks more than a little annoyed that we only just barely managed to finish all our work on time. I'm just glad we finished it at all. It's not a contest or anything.
Yes, it is, He-chan.
Impossible.
Really?
Really. I've noticed this before, but it's kind of funny how Misha is always moving her hands and signing not only everything she says, but what anyone else is saying at any given time. Obviously, it must be so Shizune can understand it. Her eyes dart back and forth between Misha's hands and me. I don't know who I'm supposed to be looking at. I'm talking to Misha, but that might be wrong. Maybe I should face Shizune. I'm used to looking in the direction of the person whose voice I'm hearing, but really, Shizune can't hear me, but it would be disrespectful to talk to her only through Misha. Then again, isn't that what she's doing? No, she's at least looking at me. This is all very confusing. It'll take some time to get used to. It's not a contest, because contests are competitions over a prize. If there's no prize on the line, it's not really a contest. Juna's eyes flash dangerously with a competitive glare. She stares at me, as if surprised that I'm challenging her. I think maybe this is a contest to her. I never noticed before how dark and blue her eyes are. It's truly an alluring gaze.
Are you sure, He-chan?
Very sure.
You're wrong, He-chan, because I don't want to be the slowest one in the class. Therefore, what's on the line is my confidence and my abilities, and the prize is the satisfaction of proving them. Wahaha.
Shizune pushes her glasses up the bridge of her nose in a very matter-of-fact way. I'd argue more, but the bell rings, and she quickly gets up and picks up her bag, looking at me expectantly. I'd almost forgotten that I was supposed to have lunch with them.
Where do you want to eat?
The cafeteria? Well, let me save. Oops, wait.
That's so plain. Okay, let's go.
Maybe they have good food. Plain? Well, I guess. At my old school, I liked to eat outside near the back of the building. It was a good spot, but I didn't find it until near the end of my freshman year. I wonder if there's a similar place to eat here. Misha seems to imply as much. Shizune and Misha pulled me towards the cafeteria, which is surprisingly not packed. Maybe some students favor eating in classrooms or outdoors. I saw some of my classmates had boxed lunches. After we finish eating, Misha picks up where we left off earlier.
Oh, Hee-chan, you want to know about the clubs and stuff, right? Right? Right, C-chan. Okay. I guess it makes sense to ask first.
Exchanging little nods of confirmation, they turn to face me again, and Misha straightens her posture as if she's about to deliver a speech.
Hee-chan, do you have anything you're really interested in?
I used to play soccer, but I'm not really into it. I don't follow teams, players, or anything like that. As of late, I usually just read a lot.
There's a book club, right, C-chan? Right? But it seems like they have all the members they can possibly have right now. Sorry, C-chan, it's a really popular club. Oh, okay. But more to the point, Hee-chan, does this mean that you don't have anything already in mind?
Not really.
Good, great, that's great. Hee-chan, really great.
Why is it so great?
No reason. Well, Hee-chan, other than clubs and the upcoming festival, there is one other thing. Student Council!
I see. I didn't know the school had a student council. It was a very melodramatic setup though, just to tell me that. I'm pretty sure the two of them noticed because Shizune looks a little embarrassed about it, and Misha is laughing. Shizune quickly retakes control of the discussion in the manner of speaking. After all, it's still Misha who has to voice whatever she says.
Right. Hee-chan, maybe you should join the student council. They could use more people. Yes, definitely. You should definitely join.
Why?
Well, for one, we can hang out every day. Hee-chan, C-chan, and I are both in the student council. Actually, C-chan is the president.
I'm starting to get the suspicion that Shizune and Misha might not exactly be the most unbiased people to talk about this with. As if reading my mind, Shizune quickly adjusts her glasses and signs something to Misha.
Of course, we're not trying to get you to join just because we would obviously benefit from you joining the student council, and therefore have an incentive to try and get you to.
So you're admitting that?
No, nothing. I mean, Hee-chan, of course it would be nice if you joined, and we'd appreciate it. But without all that, joining the student council shows a healthy interest in the workings of one's school. Yep, it's true, Hee-chan. Besides, don't you want to spend more time with us after school, Hee-chan?
I can't tell if she's being genuine or if this is just really good acting. Both of them seem to be trying hard to look their cutest, although they are already pretty cute to begin with. Well...
That's right, fall into my beautiful eyes. So it's settled then. Welcome to the student council, Hee-chan.
That was fast. What? No!
Aw, see, C-chan? Of course it wouldn't go so easy. Yep, that's right. It would be boring if it went smoothly. Oh well, C-chan owes me candy now.
You were betting on it? Hey, my life is not a game here. Shizune seems very intrigued by this when Misha signs it to her. An aggressive glint returns her eyes.
Wow, that's interesting, Hee-chan. Let's play a game.
That's not what I said.
How about rich man, poor man, Hee-chan? If you lose, you have to join the student council.
No, absolutely not.
Aw, why not?
Well, because you two both have the same incentive and therefore the same goal, which is to get me to join the student council, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that isn't my goal, but what this means is that both of you can team up, and then I'll be at a clear disadvantage, so I'll have to decline.
Hichan, I'm very offended. Are you saying you don't trust us? And that we would pull something so disingenuous? That makes me sad.
Sorry? It's hard to tell where Suzune's influence ends and Misha's thoughts begin.
In order to atone for hurting a young girl's feelings, you should definitely join the student council.
No!
How about a game of paper football instead of rich man, poor man?
Paper football?
Yeah, it's a game they play in America. You make a paper triangle, and then you try to shoot it past the goalpost that the other player makes with their fingers.
I feel like I've seen actually some people doing that in school.
Yeah, I kind of remember doing that like way back when. I don't think I was playing it right, but
Yeah. A lot of people made like little origami, like, I can't remember, like frogs? That's what I remembered. And they would use it to
and
like
then
hop.
pushing it down, they jump. Yeah,
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Isn't it cool? It's the ultimate form of competition between two people, Hichan. And it's played by elementary and middle school children, Hichan. That means it's a game that really separates the boys from men.
More like the boys from the slightly older boys. Anyway, I'm not going to play that either. Just the fact that you know about it means you're probably surprisingly good at it.
Yeah, that's true. How did you know, Hichan?
Suzanne frowns at Misha, telling me that she probably wasn't supposed to admit that so readily. I wouldn't say that I'm happy with their attempts to get me into the student council, but I'm a little curious about what the student council does here. I've never been on one before, or even known anybody who was a member, so it interests me. I also kind of like Shizune and Misha, so maybe it wouldn't be so bad.
Okay, Hichan, how about Risk? The game of world domination.
I don't know what that is.
This guy doesn't know anything.
He's like, I don't know.
It's really fun, Hichan. You fight for control of the world with armies and everything.
It sounds like Suzune would be good at it.
If you want to play, we can after school. Really, Hichan? You can play just for fun, Hichan. Hichan hasn't played in a long time, so if you want, there will be no strings attached.
Well, okay.
Okay, perfect. We'll see you after school in the student council room. Then Hichan.
Wait, why there?
Because that's where we keep the game.
I gave to tell them how much I do not like this, but it's more of a show than anything. So in the end I agree, but only after getting Shizune to acknowledge that I don't mean anything concrete, just by accepting to take a look around and play a game with her. Lunch ends and we go back to class. Oh, it's the girl. Oh. During afternoon classes, the long-haired girl comes back and sits down in her seat without a word. Again, no one seems to notice, or if they do, no one says anything. I want to ask Misha about it, but I don't want to be nosy. After school, Shizune and Misha quickly find me by the first floor lobby and latch onto me, covering each flank in case I might try to escape. I feel a little offended, but I'd been considering it. Nevertheless, I'm a bit disturbed that enough people have made a break for it in the past that they're on their guard. What's with the escort? This doesn't make me feel very comfortable. In fact, it makes me feel like a dangerous prisoner being transported to his cell.
What's wrong, Hichan? That's right, we're going to just play a game of Risk, remember?
I don't know, Misha, this all seems a little sinister to me. I start thinking that when we sit down and play the game, they'll tie me down and torture me until I agree to join the student council. Well, that's highly unlikely, but still, for some reason, it just seems like it would be so plausible. Getting to the student council room is as simple as turning 2 corners from where we started. What? That's it? This makes you guys being so on top of me seem a little silly.
not true, He-chan. C-chan says that when there's life is threatened, people have shown the ability to pull off superhuman bursts of speed.
Life is threatened? The expression ain't changing. We should sign something amusingly. To Shizune, he makes a baffling face and puts her hands behind her back, looking pleased of herself. Nisha feigns deafness and hums cheerily. Stop that! I know you heard me. You have no excuse, unlike Shizune. Shizune opens the door to the student council room. It's a very plain, sparsely decorated room, although it is quite large, maybe even a little larger than a classroom. There's a big table in the center surrounded by chairs, and a smaller desk prominently placed in the back that I assume is Suzune's. There are a few regular desks and chairs stacked to one side, as well. Extras, perhaps? Aside from the tables and chairs, the room doesn't have much else to offer. There's a couple of filing cabinets and bookshelves stacked with old-school records and documents. Not much else. In fact, nothing else. This is a pretty bleak room. You could at least put a potted plant in here or something. But the most noticeable thing that this room doesn't have is other people. Are we early?
Nope.
What do you mean, no? Does it mean nobody else is coming today?
Yeah, that's right.
If I manage to ask why that's the case, Suzuki claps her hands together very energetically.
He-chan, let's play Risk. Come on, you promised, didn't you? You have to. Okay. Do you want to know the rules? We can explain to you while we set everything up.
While Misha is talking, Suzuki takes out what looks like a board game from behind one of the filing cabinets and throws it on the table. Actually, this looks kind of interesting. After Misha spends a little too long for her liking, running through the basics with a somewhat vague and confusing tutorial, Suzuki cuts in and declares the game has started with a decisive motion, slicing her arm through the air. Suzuki's aggressiveness is rubbing off onto me. I start feeling more competitive than I intended to be when I agreed to this. Halfway into the game, I try to ponder how to defend against Suzune's assault from two fronts. She breaks my concentration by drumming her fingers on the table to get my attention.
C-chan wants you to know that you're taking too long to make a move. C-chan also says that she will let you keep Australia if you agree to join the student council.
I thought this was a game with no strings attached. Just the fact that she would dangle that over my head as an offer means that she knows I care about the outcome of this game. And anyway, no!
C-chan admires your fighting spirit and would be a benevolent dictator who will spare your people if you agree to join the student council.
So competitive, Shizune. She seems to take this as a compliment. I expect the student council present to be a little more and how do you say that word? See, I don't know either how to say it.
Magnanimous.
Magnanimous. I don't even use that word. She just doesn't seem to know what the word means or how it's signed, so she pulls out a piece of paper and writes it for Suzune, who in return signs it back to Misha. Manga.
Manga.
Misha.
I agree.
Misha presses her index fingers against her temples as if trying to physically imprint the word into her memory. Suddenly, Suzune bursts into a flurry of gestures. Misha looks daunted by the pace of her heated signing.
Hey, wait, please slow down, Chi-chan. He-chan, Susan says you're going to lose.
Tell her I will crush her world empire with my rebellion.
Okay.
Those eyes of hers shined with childlike mischief.
She says you have no chance if you keep playing like this. No, you won't.
Okay, so we have two different choices here. Let me see. Right. It's a trap. It's smart to play defensively here, and she has a point. Attack aggressively. Ooh. I don't know. What do you think we should do?
Up to you. You are our leader.
I feel like I think it's a trap. I think I'm gonna play defensively here. It's likely that she's just trying to psych me out. Looking at the board again, I have a pretty good defense setup. I'm not going to wreck it doing something reckless. A few turns later, I lose the game anyway. Oh, well. No, I feel like either way I'm probably gonna lose. Mizune adjusts the glasses victoriously and allows herself to tentatively pump her fist in the air in celebration.
Wahaha! He-chan, you lost, and you allowed me to take North America. I mean, C-chan, not me. Getting control of North America is ambitious because it provides 5 army bonus, but you can get attacked on 3 fronts, so you must defend them all. I thought you would have had more guts. How disappointing.
Ugh, my pride.
Ambitious, C-chan. You play needs to be more daring. Ambition, ambition. I was really excited when you took South America, but then you switched to playing defensively, just because it gave you a small advantage, He-chan. You didn't take enough risks, and when you did, you didn't follow through. That's terrible, He-chan.
Dang. What's it there if I played too carefully? There's no need to rub it in my face.
I wonder if you'd even be any good for the student council.
Ouch. What's this, reverse psychology? I guess I don't have to worry about joining or not in that case.
Giving up just like that? I expected more of you.
Seriously, is Shizune trying to taunt me into joining the council? Besides, I don't even want to join. It's only my second day. I can't make that kind of commitment. I haven't even taken a look at any other clubs yet. And these two, they're a little weird. Fine, I'll consider joining the council, but I want to take a look at the clubs before I decide.
Really, He-chan? You're not just saying that to make us feel better?
Yeah, I'm just not sure that I want to.
Ah. Okay, He-chan, but we're not going to give up so easy. You said maybe there's still a chance. Yeah.
Nope.
No, sorry. Come on, we could really have fun. We could play more Risk, and maybe one day you can beat me, unless you graduate before then.
That doesn't make me feel any less reluctant about joining, you know.
Wahaha, surely you're not that horrible at board games. Maybe we can play a game, then. It to give you an advantage.
I might have said that just to make you feel better, after all.
That's cool, He-chan.
I take a glance at the clock on the wall and realize I spent far longer playing Risk than I expected. Sorry, I think I have to go. I wanted to go to the library. It's not closed yet, is it? Kazuna slashes ahead and gestures at Misha. How hard can it be? Oh, that's me. Sorry.
Oh yeah, sorry. I
It's okay. How hard can it
It's
be
Lena's fault.
It's Lena's fault. What? What did I do? She says. How hard can it be to determine whether the library is open? There's a clock right there on the wall. Nani?
Nani? It should be, unless the librarian is absent. I think you're right, C-chan. We think the library is open. It's on the 2nd floor. Can't miss it. Do you want us to show you where it is?
No thanks. It's okay. See you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
One flight of stairs up, and I run into problems. The 2nd floor hallway is a carbon copy of the 3rd floor one. Wide, of course, and plain, like only hallways can be. The problem is that the library's whereabouts are not as easily determined as one would think. Classrooms are marked with signs stating which class they belong to, but then there is a plethora of other unmarked rooms. Is the library one of them? Or is it just somewhere down the hall? the hallway. I bound on the ladder and choose my direction at random. After I turn around the corner, an unmarked door draws my attention because it's not closed. It's not open either, though, just barely ajar so that I can see it's open and nothing else. It would make sense for the library door to be invitably open, and while this one is not quite that, it's good enough. At the very least, it means that someone's inside, and I can ask for directions no matter how embarrassing that is. I gingerly push on the center of the door with my fingertips, every muscle in my arm ready to pull back at a moment's notice. The feeling of being an outsider to school can't be shaken from my mind, so much so that I instinctively fear doing something wrong by entering. The door slowly creaks as if groaning from a deep sleep, though it's much easier to open than I anticipated. Leaning over and poking my head over, ever further inside, to get inside the room as fast as possible, the meek "hello" on my lips is quickly snatched away. "Oh, who are you?" "New girl." This is not as I was expecting. I'm going to let the door open to its full extent, taking in sight of a solitary figure taking center stage in the otherwise abandoned room. The situation steals my voice, leaving me standing at the doorway, staring at the beautiful girl. Evidently, having taken her time to assess the situation, the girl gently puts down her teacup and opens her eyes, but doesn't look at me.
Hello there. May I help you?
Staring directly in front of herself, the movements of her lips seem to break the silence rather than the words. However, it's the soft measured voice that reminds me she's being separate from the room itself. Not only is she likely the tallest girl I've ever laid eyes on, but even among the foreigners I've met, she's strikingly distinct. Hi. Sorry for intruding. I was just kind of lost. She takes a moment to formulate a response before speaking. Every action she takes feels as if it's carefully choreographed beforehand.
Care to take a seat?
Unexpected, considering that I'm intruding upon her. Thanks. I slowly step towards another seat opposite her, the girl resting teacup and saucer on the wooden table in between. The way she doesn't track my moves with her head is telling. That, and the slight cloudiness in her eyes means she must be at least partially blind, like Kenji. Come to think of it, her voice doesn't have any detectable accent either. I guess she must be half Japanese. As I take my seat, her composure takes me slightly off guard. Her air of relaxed confidence makes the silence entirely comfortable. The calming atmosphere is so very different from the student council office.
I take it you're a new student to Yamaku.
Yeah, I just transferred in yesterday. I get the distinct feeling my speech patterns don't match the formality of hers, accentuated by her restrained bow of greeting. One which I hastened to match before realizing the futility of the action.
I am Lily Sato. Pleasure to meet you.
Misao Nakai. She gives a nod before gesturing roughly in the direction of her teacup.
Would you care for a drink?
Sure. As much as it pains me, I can't keep step with her formality in the proceedings. She gives a kind nod, taking the request in stride. Without another word, she steps off the chair and prepares a second cup of tea from a collection of supplies laid out along a shelf. A brush here, a brush there, her left hand often lightly touching the side of whichever container she's pouring into. It seems to be a process she's followed dozens of times before. As I lean sideways to see around her back, she seems to use her long, dainty finger to measure the right amount of water in the cup. It's one thing to see the different disabilities the students in my class have, but it's quite enough to see how everyone seems to adapt. Suzuki and Misha have no problems working together to communicate to me, and Lily herself seems to have workarounds for problems I'd never thought of. While I feel slightly guilty about her doing the work, she seems pleased to be following the correct process of the offerer preparing the drink.
So,
Her soft voice brings me out of my silent observance.
Which room are you looking for? It's not often this classroom gets visited after school.
The school library. Shizune, I mean, some classmates told me it was on this floor. She finishes pouring water into the teacup as she nods. A small metallic tapping coming from the teacup indicating it being stirred. Yeah.
I'm aware of Miss Hakamachi, as are most students. To be with them means you're in class 3-3, no?
That's right. In the science room with Muto. She gives a small giggle before settling down with the teaspoon and slowly walking towards the table, teacup and saucer in hand.
He's quite a character. I imagine you'll come to like him, most do.
As she sets on a tea, I generally take it and have a sip. I'm really more of a coffee person, but this seems like a rather bad moment to bring it up. Nonetheless, the smell's quite nice. I hardly think it'd be hard to choke down. Thanks, Sato. It tastes really nice. She smiles and quickly waves her hand in front of her face.
Lily, please. There's no need for it to be so formal.
She says this in spite of her exceedingly well-bred speech. Oh well. I guess I should try and ask her about herself, as it really does seem as if she's catering to me. So which class are you from? I imagine it's one of the third-year classes.
Correct. I'm in class 3-2, which is on the third floor, same as yours. It's taught by Miyagi, and is specifically for both blind and partially blind students.
I see. Sorry. I feel like slapping myself for how do you say that? I don't know.
Opos?
For boss? I feel like the S is silent. Looking at her
Opos,
face.
maybe.
Yeah, looking at her face. She doesn't seem in the least bit put off by it.
My, there's no need to change your speech on my account.
Sure. Sorry. I guess I'm really showing my newness here. Uh-oh. Oh no! Oh no, duo. Oh. Oh no! Uh-oh. Is it starting? Is it starting? No! Oh no! Is it always around the same time, maybe? Oh no. 2 secs, okay. Oh, okay, I was like scared for a second. Welcome back, I'm scared.
Left me all alone.
I was like, what happened? Welcome back.
Thank you.
Oh no, not a game. Hold on. It'll come back in just like a second. Hold on.
Alright.
At least I hope. Okay, there it is. Okay. Whew.
An environment like this would be a big change, so I can't fault you for it. While the same can't be said for everyone, many have come to terms with their conditions.
A category which would include her, it seems. Ought to ready to jump ship from this particular topic. A sake into another. Do you come here to drink tea often? It's a really nice place. Thinking on it, this might be her version of the place behind my school that I like to have lunch at.
I come here fairly often during lunchtimes. My duties as class representative don't leave me much time for an official club, so a friend and I use this room for having tea.
Class representative, huh? Compared to Shizune, her mannerisms seem to be almost completely opposite. While Shizune is blunt and fiercely driven, Lily seems relaxed and calm, almost aloof. Come to think of it, she might be useful for a less biased view of the school's clubs. What kinds of clubs are there to join?
The more popular ones are the track and field club, which uses the field near their school during lunch, the baseball club, and the book club in a room near the library. There are also numerous small ones too, though, such as art and music clubs.
At a time when I'm just wanting to get on my feet, rushing to a club right away seems slightly unappealing. I wonder if the school shares the same rule as my old one. Is it compulsory to join the club?
It isn't, though it is encouraged.
Good. That's a relief. I really let my guard down around this girl to let such a thing slip out. The fact seems to suddenly amuse her. Oh, not wanting my tea to get cold, I finally start drinking it as Lily does the same. Also, hello, Seren. Welcome. It's good to see you. As I look over to the window over my shoulder, I notice the light coming into the room has a distinctly orange tint. I feel like the music is super loud here. Hold on. Let me just lower it down a little. Oh my gosh, okay. Blasting in my ears, okay. I think it's good now. Even here, time doesn't stand still. Huh, the time's gone quickly.
Sorry?
Right, she's blind. Of course she can't see the sun setting. Is it like blasting? Does it sound okay, Seren? And Lena? It just looks like the sun's starting to set. It seems to come as a surprise for her. I guess she must have lost track of the time.
Sorry, Kichan, I didn't mean to keep you from the library for so long.
I quickly moved to allay her concern. No, it's okay. The library's still open, isn't it? She pauses and takes a moment to think on it. It's probably something I should have asked Suzune when I had a chance, but Lily seems likely to know in any case.
True, it's open till 6:30 during weekdays.
It's good now? Alright, nice. Thank you. A quick glance at my watch confirms I have well enough time to get there. I might get going in that case. It's been nice talking with you, Lily. She smiles and gives a deep nod. Her hands still neatly folded on the table in front of her.
It was my pleasure. Oh, come to think of it, shall I show you to where the library is?
I think so too. I couldn't possibly ask for more help. I should be able to find it alright. Well, unless my navigational skills fail me, which they seem to have a habit of doing.
It's alright, I was going to be talking to the librarian there in any case. I could introduce you.
This gets better and better. It's pretty hard to deny her offer. If you're sure, then that'd be great. Thanks. As she stands up to follow me, she takes hold of a straight, retractable cane that had been slipped in the hand-over bag on the floor. Compared to the cane the boy in my class had, Lily's looks much thinner and longer. This must be for support, whereas Lily's is for navigation. Together we leave the peaceful room and enter the empty hallway on the way to the library. Side by side, my pace carefully slowed to match hers. We slowly walk through the hallway. It doesn't take long for us to arrive at the door to the warm-looking room, apparently situated in the center of the floor, rather than either wing. Ladies first? She gives an appreciative smile at the gesture, taking the lead as we file in. To the left is the wooden library counter, the library proper being on the right. It easily dwarfs my old school's library, the distinct smell of old books giving the place an almost old-world air. There doesn't seem to be a lot of students here, considering the time. It isn't a big surprise. Everyone's probably either in the school grounds or the dorms.
Yuko, are you here?
She says it to thin air since the librarian doesn't seem to be present, and of course Lily can't see this. What's unexpected is that it draws a reaction. Something from under the counter thuds against it, followed by a quiet, well. The origin, apparently the librarian, quickly crawls out and bounces up to extremely rigid attention.
Hi, Lily. How can I help you?
Her voice is strained in a failing attempt to sound casual, and she's rubbing the back of her head.
Good afternoon. What happened just now? I heard a strange sound. It's nothing. I just hit my head. See, I dropped an eraser under my desk, and while I was looking for a pencil, a pencil dropped, and when I was looking for both of them, you came in and surprised me. Are you alright? I'm sorry I couldn't know. It's okay. It's okay. Sorry for making you worry. This is nothing. I've had worse happen to me.
Quick to reverse Lily's apologies, almost frantically trying to push aside the possibility she could be in any way inconvenienced by bashing her head on the counter.
Yes, worse things have happened.
The girl fidgets with her fingers as Lily doesn't seem to drop her concerned expression, and then she shuffles some papers around the counter for no reason. A little shorter than Lily, complete with glasses, freckles, and a very troubled look, she seems to fit the library perfectly.
Ah, Lily, did you get my message? Message? Oh, the 2 important books that arrived. Right, they finally came. I can't believe it took so long, but...
I miss her celebrations, partially for managing to change the topic, I'm sure. She notices me from the corner of her eye and freezes on the spot when she does.
Oh no, I'm sorry for not noticing you before. Do you need to check out a book? Or return one? I'm sorry.
She kind of almost sounds like me. Just apologizing so much. Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. It's like, what are you saying sorry for? It's okay. It's not your fault.
I gotta quickly run to the washroom.
No worries. No worries.
Random other fact. Did you know that in Canadian court system,
Yeah.
if you I'm sorry cannot be used as
Really?
form a form of being like if someone says like you hit someone like they're charging you with being hit by with a car. If you say I'm sorry, that can't be admissible.
Oh, what? Really?
Yeah, it's because it becomes it's like a cultural thing. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh
what?
bother.
That's really
Oh.
funny.
Yeah.
Oh
I
my
don't remember. It was
gosh.
like put in a couple of years ago, but yeah. All right, I'll be back.
No worries.
Want a cookie?
I was gonna say that's pretty funny because it's like, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, for me, I tend to say I'm sorry so much, even to like inanimate objects too. You know me, sis. I hit the wall. Oops, I'm sorry to the wall. The wall in very tiny font says, "It's okay." Oh, that's funny. What I'll do is going to the restroom. I will just continue a little bit. The way she can so quickly shift between moods is a little unsettling. Alright, and then I'll just stop here before he comes back. But yeah, how are you liking the game so far? I mean, I know we're like really close. I mean, close. We are still in the beginning. So, we're just kind of meeting, I guess, all the girls. And I still don't know which one I want to go for. Eh? Hello?
Ooga
What the? Surprise, Lena, hello?
I had to come in to
Yeah.
jump scare while he's okay.
It's good to see you, though. Even though I saw you, like, what, like, just like 10 seconds ago? Not 10 seconds ago, maybe like an hour or two ago. And say the jump scare didn't work though because I heard the doo-doo.
Shh, pretend.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think he'll know when he comes back. Unless he
Alright,
looks at
yeah,
Discord.
I go now.
What? I thought you were gonna stay here until.
What? Oh, I'm in the other server.
Oh, gotcha. Well, have fun. Doing stuff on Final Fantasy.
I'll try. Thank you.
Bye, sister.
Bye, sister.
And then she's gone. Even though you're still here in chat. I don't even. I think like. Wait. I was gonna say like Oscar was here earlier, but now I think he's gone. It might be too hot over here. Maybe he's on the main floor, I think. Probably. Thank you for visiting, sis. Alright. Oh, actually, hold on. Wait. Oscar's laying on the bottom stairs? Oh, I knew it. Yeah. It's too hot. Understandable. It's too hot in my room. PC is like making the room like super, like a sauna. Alright, let me... I think while he's in the restroom still, I will also go to the restroom real quick. Let me go to my Be Right Back screen, and we'll be right back. Alright, we are back. Yeah, it's been really hot, so that's why he's been hanging out on the main floor.
Yeah, same with my pup. He's
Oh.
usually on his blankets or his pillows, but he's been laying on the floor because
It's yeah. Thank you, sis. Oh, you missed it earlier. Lena was in the voice chat just a little bit. She was trying to scare me.
Oh, that sounds like Lena.
Yeah, it didn't work though because I heard the Discord notification sound.
Oh, you don't need to talk.
Oh,
Because
oh,
I said so.
you
Hey,
talking.
don't
Doggo,
you take that voice with me?
doggo, Kazuma.
There. Oh, give you a pet.
That's so cute. Is he very vocal all the time?
Not all the time, but when he'll he'll argue with you,
Oh,
right?
oh, he's like, all right, you
Nope.
win.
Yeah. I need to chase my tail now.
Oh, thank you for the hydrate, sis.
go lay down.
And the stretch.
He's with me, Yuko. This is Hiseo. A new student, Hiseo. This is Yuko, the school librarian.
Pleased to meet you.
Right, Hiseo. Pleased to meet you too.
For a second, she visibly attempts to engrave the name in her mind so she won't forget.
Yuko often arranges to import foreign books in Braille for me. Would you like to tell Hiseo a little something about the library?
Lily's instant secession is met with expression of abject terror.
Please, Lily, I can't. I don't know what he could be interested in. This is too much responsibility.
How it's any responsibility at all, I don't get, but her objection is so sincere, I don't doubt for a second that she would rather disbar herself on the spot than tell me where the light novels are.
But
So there are a lot of... Oh, sorry, I see.
that is you.
Yeah. So there are a lot of books in Braille here? I attempt to save the day by asking the first thing that pops into my head. It seems to work at least partially, as Yuko seems to not exactly relax, but at least look slightly less tense.
Well, I think about a third or fourth of Yamako's libraries either in Braille or audio.
Makes sense, given all the blind students they'd be here. If it's only that, how come this library is so big in the first place?
Well, we get a lot of new books regularly because the library is adequately endowed. That's probably why. They spend more on new books than on my salary, and then I have to organize and shelve them all.
Oh, that's kinda terrible.
She's not bitter at all.
Yeah, I'm just gonna tell you. It's okay. Oh no.
It's so troublesome, and they weigh so much. I wish I could quit this job.
Yuko. A very awkward silence follows this revelation of too much information. I'll go. Oh, sorry. I'll go check
go
the
ahead.
aisles then, if you don't mind. It reminds me of like when I went to like a Walmart and one of the like employees was just like, "Yeah, I can't." We were trying to get help someone, and then they didn't help. So then we asked someone else, and then we told them we're like, "Yeah, they didn't help us," and they're like, "Yeah, they hire whoever." No background checks, nothing.
Yeah,
And I was like,
it's fine.
"Oh, okay. Thank you for your help." It's probably best for all of us if she doesn't keep talking to me.
Very well. Meanwhile, Yuko, I would have those books if it was all right with you.
My first impression was right. The library is surprisingly big. Tumbling down the narrow aisles, I studied the spines of the books in random order, occasionally sliding one out to read the blurb, taking it with me if it looks good. In a few moments, I have a respectable stack of books in my arms. I guess I'll never be stuck for a choice in here. The normality of the library sinks in. Sure, there are large print and braille books scattered throughout, but it is what it is, a library. It's as if the calm mood from the room I had tea with Lillian snuck with us in here, unless it was here to begin with. Something about that puts me at ease, just like before. I reach down in the aisle and find a collection of desks, set up for study or personal reading. Going a little further though, I discover a nice quiet corner at the back. While the rest of the library has the odd student sitting at a desk, either reading or steadily sleeping, the back is pretty much deserted. As I glance around, I see someone who I recognize sitting on one of several beanbags. It's the dark-haired girl from my class, the one who snuck out of the classroom earlier. She's reading a book, keeping it close to her face, which makes it look like she's really into it. From the way she was acting today, I had her pegged as more of a delinquent than a bookworm. In fact, her mysterious disappearance from the class raises all sorts of whys in my head. Intrigue floats slowly but surely towards the surface, and before I know it, I'm walking towards the mysterious long-haired girl. I guess there's no harm in introducing myself, as I would with anyone else. She's a classmate after all. Walking over to another beanbag, I take a seat and lay my books beside it. The girl starts, looking scaredly up at me from underneath her fringe. This is the first time I've seen her this close. Underneath her long, dense bangs, I can see that part of her face, at least a third if not a half, is pretty badly scarred. My eyes are immediately drawn to the scars, subconsciously peeking past her hair until they meet her own eyes. For a second, I am shocked, and divert my eyes to the book in her hands, if I realize that looking away probably only makes it worse. It takes too many seconds to collect myself, remember what I walked up to her for. I'm sorry I didn't mean to startle you. That would be me. I would say that one. I'm so sorry. Are you okay? Didn't mean to scare you. I'm sorry. Sorry, I didn't mean to startle you.
It's okay.
The girl certainly doesn't look like it's okay, but I let it slide. Do you mind if I sit here? She seems to be very uncertain whether it's okay or not for me to sit, but finally she nods, just a little.
Okay.
I take a seat next to her, and she hides herself behind her book. Life of Pi. Never heard of it. So, sorry again for startling you. I'm Hisao. She looks up from her book, stalling a little before replying.
I know. We are in the same class.
Her speech is stilted and so quiet that it's barely audible even in the still library. Somehow I think that my delinquent impression of her was wrong.
Hanako. Hanako.
I resist the urge to say, that's a nice name, just to have something to say, but really, it's the only thing that I can think of. I feel like an idiot. Everyone here must be used to being different to each other, and here I am being all bothered and fussed about that kind of thing. Don't let me interrupt your reading. I'll just check these books if you don't mind. She nods a little and sighs a little sigh of relief. So I try to read the covers and introductions of the books I picked up, and she buries her face in her book. Uncomfortable silence consumes us. My eyes still wander to her direction, and I sneak peeks at her flowing hair and the scar she's hiding. It's hiding. After I realize that she's doing the same, and only pretending to be immersed in Life of Pi. Her gaze is not inquisitive at all. It darts around like a scared rabbit. When our gazes finally meet, the chain reaction is unstoppable. She stands up forcefully from the beanbag and takes a deep breath.
I. I'm gonna do something.
She's gone! Without warning, Akako takes off and runs towards the counter. I hear like takeoff catches me so off guard that I don't manage to go after her until she has a good head start. By the time I reach the counter, she is nowhere to be seen. Lily and Yuko are happily chatting away. Knowing that I won't be able to catch Hanako myself, I approached the girls. Hey, did you notice a girl run past here?
Maybe. What does she look like?
Long dark hair, kinda shy. She had, well, some scars on her face.
You wouldn't be talking about Hanako, would you? How does Lily know that she has scars on her face?
Right? Yeah, that's yeah, that's her.
Because she can't see anything.
Yeah, how she? Okay, which is accepted. Yeah, that's her. I saw her reading and tried to talk to her, but I think I scared her off or something.
Oh dear. Yuko, would you please excuse me? I better go try and find her. Sure, I'll just hold on to these until you come back.
What's going on?
I'm sorry, but I'll explain it to you some other time.
Alright, I'll see you later then. Lily hastily grabs her cane and hurries out of the library, leaving me alone with Yuko. I don't think I'll ever get the hang of this place. Did I do something wrong?
You did. What did you do? What did you do?
Nothing. I was just looking for some books, and then she got this fit and ran off. The most offending thing I could think of was that I might have looked at her general direction a few times.
Well, she is a very timid girl. You have to be careful around her. She can be very jumpy, I think, and she's not accustomed to talking to people.
Isn't that a bit strange?
I wonder, it's just how she is, I think.
Yuko doesn't sound all that convincing. Then again, maybe this is just the norm around here. Everyone has their own problems, or else they wouldn't be here. But how should I deal with these people? Forcing myself to act overly casually only makes me feel phony. Like I'm supposed to be ignoring the elephant in the room. Yuko fidgets, looking like she wants to say something to that, but resists it.
I think it's an elephant only if you feel that way.
I guess she doesn't have a good sense of self-restraint. It makes her smile, and she blushes heavily.
What? Did that sound stupid?
No, it sounded really wise. I guess you're right. It's more about me than anyone else. Neither of us have anything to add, so Yuko fills the silence by shuffling some papers around. People who have papers on their desks really like doing that.
Do you find any books? I should be closing soon. I mean, the library should be closing, but I have to do it. I hope it's not too inconvenient for you.
Oh, yeah, I want some books, but I left them over there because... I'll just go get them.
I'll just go get them.
Oh, that's me.
Yeah.
Oh, I
No,
just...
that is you.
yeah.
I keep looking at the color.
It's okay. I'll just go get them. I fetched a stack of books from beside the beanbags where Hanako and I were sitting and returned to the counter.
Wow, you read a lot, don't you?
I surprised myself with that too, honestly. At least when I really think about it. I had a lot of free time earlier this year, so I just kind of started reading books to fill that time. I couldn't do much else.
Yeah, that would suck.
Yeah.
Just sitting in a hospital bed for like months at a time.
Yeah, a lot of it would be like watching like TVs, but like that gets kind of boring after a while. And then,
Yeah, you could
yeah.
only have to do so much. Yeah.
And they're very limited on like the channels that they have too.
Yeah, it's not like you have a satellite or something. It's usually like 12 channels or something.
Mm-hmm.
I see. We just gotta get Lena in there, and then she can be like a clown and
Entertained.
juggle some balls. Yeah.
It's like, excuse
blow up
me?
balloons.
Make animal balloons? Whoa.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, she doesn't say anything else and just checks out my books for me. I think after a time I would. Like, I enjoy reading books a lot too, but yeah, after, if it's like months and months of it, I
Well,
probably would, you know.
well, yeah. Well, and the other thing is, it's like I like reading as well, and I also like audiobooks.
Oh,
But if I was
yeah.
doing that every day
Yeah,
for 12 hours a day, like I would probably
yeah.
be like, I don't want to do this anymore.
I understand. I didn't know I was that talented. Making balloon animals.
She just blows it up, and this is a worm.
Wow! That's pretty amazing. That would be like the only one I could make. It's not even like you didn't even
Yeah.
make it. It's just either a worm or a hot dog, I guess.
It's a worm. It's a hot dog. It's a snake. Look at all the different ones you can make.
I guess this is what they call tack. Holding the library books with one arm. I try my pocket for
It's
the
all
key
in
to the
one.
door. It's all in one, yes. I saw the sound from behind Saul's
I
Oh, good.
I am curious to see what happens with you in the festival in this game,
Oh.
because
Is it...
it has multiple paths.
Oh, okay.
I fell off the roof and died.
Well, oh boy. I forgot you told me that you
Yeah.
could die in this game.
Yeah, you could die in this game.
What?
Yeah.
Oh
Which
gosh.
I didn't even know about it. It was like
Excuse
super
me?
nice, and yeah.
How'd that happen? Where'd you go? Okay, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. If we get past that point, and you don't die, I'll let you know how I died.
Okay. Watch as I go the exact same path as you.
It's the exact same path. It's possible. Yeah.
You're just like, wait, I think I remember this path. Oh. Alright. The sun sound from behind startles me, making me nearly drop the books I'm carrying, or the key that I almost managed to get into the lock.
Who is it?
Ah, I turned around to see who was talking to me. It's Kenji. Seems to be in a friendly mood, although the light glinting off his glasses in the dark gives him a sinister look. It's just me. This makes him pause and lick his lips nervously. Oh, everything alright?
Yeah. It's positive.
Ah.
Who is me? I don't know anyone called me. Are you some new guy again?
His voice is suddenly strained and quick. Yes, but we've met yet before. Yesterday.
I don't think so. I would remember somebody who I met only yesterday. When was that? What day is it today?
Just me every day. What day is it?
I'd say, yeah. I woke up the other day and I'm like, oh god, what day of the week is it?
It's already like half of half of the year now. I can't believe it. My goodness.
Oh, I'm aware. Yeah.
I try to ignore him.
I'm
Is
turning
he-
old. I'm turning old.
Same. Same.
Oh. I don't remember what book I was reading, or I don't know. I read a bunch, but one of the character was called Masuki.
Oh,
And so
really?
instantly, you came to my mind. Yeah.
Nice.
I think it was
You're like,
Silver like Moon or something like that.
oh, okay. I don't think I really
Suki.
see a lot of the characters in like manga or what named Mitsuki.
Yeah, not a lot. No.
I try to ignore him. Is he joking or what?
Prove that we have met before.
You live across the hall. You're Kenji. Kenji jumps back. His eyes filled up with a uncomprehending fear.
How do you know my name? Damn! This can only mean one of two things. Either we have met and you're telling the truth, or I just can't believe it and you are a spy.
He pauses.
Psychic spy.
His eyes dart around me, trying to peek into my room, although it's hard to believe he can see anything through those thick glasses. His mood swung from friendly to manic in less than a minute. I'm not psychic.
How do I know that? I'm not a mind reader.
Kenji points a finger at my face, knowingly.
Unlike you.
Stop that, man. We met yesterday. What's wrong with you? I live in this room.
Lies. If you think you can pass as Hiseo because I'm legally blind, you are sorely mistaken. You don't even look like him. I mean, the resemblance are real slim, maybe at a distance. But who do you think you're kidding?
I want to grab him by the shoulders and shake him. Exaggerated that I rubbed my eyes and let out a heavy sigh.
Stay there.
He's an alien.
Ah.
Took over.
Alan.
Kenji comes closer, one careful step at a time. I stay still, lest he assault me physically. I doubt he could do much damage even if he did.
Oh, wait, I see now. Damn, it's really you.
Again, and then once again for good measure, I step backwards just in case.
What's up, man? You don't look so good. Something wrong?
Doesn't-
Hiseo isn't Hiseo anymore. He's an alien. I knew it. Kenji is right. Yeah, Kenji's the hero that we all need.
Yes. I don't know, just had something stupid happen to me. A few stupid things, actually. Even if you discount this one. I can't get a proper touch on other people here, and I have no idea if it's because of me or because of them. I don't know why I'm telling this to Kenji. It's not like we've had any contact either.
I'm not gonna remember it.
Yeah.
You got just a blank wall. Yeah. That's rough, dude. Yeah, I'm sorry for calling you a psychic spy and all, but you can never be too careful. It's the hard reality we live in.
I'm slowly starting to think that Kenji isn't necessarily living in the same reality as the rest of us.
I reject your reality and substitute my own.
Yeah.
You see, that's how it is, this world. There's no justice, you see. Even when I lose, I win, because I don't lose the lesson.
Alright. What does that even mean? No. Okay.
It doesn't matter.
He dismisses it flatly with a wave of his hand.
So what happened? Why the long face? Do you have a long face?
It's nothing. I just get some girl off accidentally. Literally too. She actually ran away from me.
This guy is great.
Yeah. It was my fault, really, I think. I'm not really used to all this yet.
A girl? A cute one?
Cute? That's a hard question. She had a nice body and really beautiful hair, but the face... I guess it could go either way. She was cute! Come on!
I think she was cute, yeah.
Yeah. You kinda... I don't know. Yes. Yeah, cute, I guess.
I knew it! What tangent am I going on this time?
I knew it.
There's a lot of cute girls here. A strangely disproportionate amount. I believe that one is the dark secrets of the school. I tried to warn you, man, but did you listen?
What are you on about, Kenji? I don't remember any such warning. Dark secrets?
Yeah, it's dark secrets. It's extremely dark, like a black hole. Have you ever noticed the number of girls in school is slightly but significantly higher than the boys? It's like 60-40.
You're right, I feel like there is a lot of girls in the school more than guys.
Kenji the wise kid,
Yeah.
he knows everything.
He turns his head to the left and stares off into the distance at nothing.
Why is it like this? I mean, to the untrained eye, it appears not that bad, but that's like a full 20%.
That's a hello
Jump
side.
scare.
Here comes
Hey,
Kenji. I can see why you like him, his character.
One would think the school with such a high pool of women would be a man's dream, but no.
It's good to see you, Zad, though.
What if I'm to tell you? What if I am about to tell you could blow your mind? Are you ready?
No, I'm not ready.
Okay.
I don't
All
know what
right,
this is.
next tangent about a pizza joint now.
Yeah.
Come on, Kenji. Go the full 10 yards.
I don't know where this is going, but I think I won't be missing much by cutting out now. No, I am not ready. I only get as far as turning the doorknob before Kenji starts talking again, showing that he doesn't really care if my mind is blown or not.
I believe that this school is a battleground, the site of the feminist infiltration.
Oh
This
my gosh.
disproportion in the number of men and women is a clear sign of how far they have come. In case this Cold War turns hot, they will have the superiority in numbers.
Oh my
Just another
goodness.
skirmish in the eternal war against the forces of the feminists. They're everywhere. In Japan, women outnumber men. It's not 60 to 40 split, but it's only a matter of time, man. Even in America, women are the majority by a hair. They're building up their numbers. In the past, the buildup of military has always been the clear sign of imminent war. Japan is just the first step. Our economy is badass, and the country itself is small and isolated, yet a huge part of the Pacific in terms of political value. The perfect target. They're so cunning, as expected of women. Soon, the day will come when...
Kenji's voice trails off ominously.
That's why you can't trust them. They will string you along and then they will kill you. Just as they killed me.
What?
You will end up just like me.
What happened to you, Kenji? What do you mean?
I'm apparently a spirit.
What? You're not really here? You're a ghost? What? Oh, heck no. I can't stop myself from blurting it out.
Hey, what the heck does that mean?
You said it, not me. That's the best I can think of.
So, you're not supposed to say something like that? Damn, so rude. Where was I? Oh yeah, vast feminist conspiracy.
Oh my god. Stop it. Stop! I lost you way back there somewhere. Somewhere around feminist infiltration.
Too hard to follow? It's cool. I have some graphs and
Oh
stuff
my
in my room.
gosh.
And puppets. You like puppets?
Make it easier to understand with the puppets. No puppets!
You don't like puppets? Okay, graphs are so cool though, right?
No graphs. He's energetically responding almost before I'm done talking, moving his hands in an animated way as he continues to rant on. This is too strange. I had him pegged as relatively normal, but it's clear that I was wrong.
Something on your mind, dude?
Just thinking about what it's like to be the last sane man in an insane world. Kenji frowns, looking deeply upset.
You mean that's you? That can't be, because I'm the last man in an insane world. This is my dream. You can't steal man's dream.
Almost the same as Dark Energy? Almost! You're right. It's so funny. Sometimes, like, the Doc would go into, like, what is it? Like, slight, like, RP stuff. And I'm just like, alright.
Yeah. I forgot, like, how funny Kenji was. What the hell? There can't be two last sane, man. It would invalidate the whole last part. And that part is kind of important. There can only be one. Like in the foreign movie where there can be only one. And in the end, there is only one dude left. Because that's the whole point.
I have never seen anyone talk so heatedly and so defensively about absolutely nothing before.
Anyways, if you wait here, I'll get my graphs.
No!
I also have a list of other dark and complex conspiracy that the school holds its potential over.
No!
Quick, finish my analogy for me. Be a pal.
I'm going to bed now. It's extremely late. Good night.
That doesn't sound like an analogy. Whatever. I like you. You seem like a cool dude. Most people don't understand what I'm called. This guy talks a lot. Don't understand what I'm talking about when I try and explain the vast female conspiracy to them. Denial is a terrible thing. Later.
Bye, Kenji.
I was half expecting him to come back and go like, by the way, and
Yo,
then go into another.
no, it's like you're there for like another 20 minutes. He claps me on the back and vanishes into his room so quickly and quietly. It's like he didn't even open the door, but instead walked right through it like a ghost. I knew it, he's a ghost. I don't know if I can
Confirmed. I am a spirit.
I don't know if I can fully digest what just happened, so I give up and just go to my room, kicking off my shoes before falling face first into bed. I
It's
knew it.
fine. You're gonna die just like me.
Oh no, please. He's been cool, you get me, man. Just he's just talking to himself the entire time.
Yeah, pretty much.
It takes me some time to relax and get up so I can get started on homework. It's because the sheets are cool and comforting against my cheeks, and it feels good just lying there with my eyes closed. This school is like some kind of bizarre and surreal island. It's isolated on top of a mountain, and each person is stranger than the last, especially Kenji.
I was just gonna say. I mean, it's not really fair to hold the whole school up to Kenji's standards.
I just can't seem to fit in. What irony. One would think that fitting in a place that's made for people who are unfit for anywhere else would be easy. Maybe I'm trying too hard. As I say that, it doesn't help take the edge off, and the words are left echoing off my empty walls. I guess it's not as bad as I expected, though. This place really is more a school and less a hospital, pretending it's a school than I thought it would be. If nothing else, the scenery is beautiful. Up from one eye, seeing the school books and bottles of pills arranged side by side on my desktop. Maybe this place is too much like a normal school after all. Ooh, next day. I feel very tired this morning, probably because yesterday itself was a very tiring day. On top of that, I woke up far earlier than necessary. After saying hi to Suzune and Misha, I started doing the work as instructed from the board. It already looks like today is going to be heavy. I don't have a problem with that now, though. Shizune and Misha might jump on me trying to get an answer about whether or not I decided to join the student council, even if it's just one day. I wouldn't put it past them to try. I don't have an answer for them if they do. So this situation is convenient for me. About 10 minutes to class, Hanako walks in and takes a seat, but no one looks at her. Like the teacher doesn't even comment on her lateness. He does, however, stop us to say that we're going to break into groups again. I turn my head and see that Shizune and Misha are looking at me. Shizune gives me a smile that is equal parts cute and menacing. This is a smile that says, "We have you now. There's no escape."
He-chan, it looks like we're together again. Yay!
Misha leans sideways while Shizune pushes her desk closer to mine. There really is no escape now unless I were to jump through the window. Jumping out the window isn't the best option, sadly.
What's wrong, He-chan? Oh, He-chan, have you been thinking about what you said yesterday? You said that you would think about joining the student council, don't you? It's okay, He-chan. We were talking about it after you left, and it would be rude to expect you to already have an answer for us this early, right?
I'm so happy you two are able to have a laugh at my expense. And even more pleased to know that you both know how crazy the two of you can be. Now
You should
that's
just be happy
over.
there's not more Kenjis.
more Kenjis, they said. Now that that's over, Yuzune snaps back into serious mode and smacks today's assignment with the back of her hand, in an overly dramatic and important way. When I actually look at the stuff, it's mostly just reading. In fact, there are only two problems. I almost want to say something about how her rush to get started seems a bit much, considering the small amount of work. In fact, Shizune probably knows how little there is, and simply doesn't care. Yeah, it seems like the workload doesn't matter to her as much as the fact that there is work. The actual amount is unimportant. She approaches everything with the same level of ambition. While I'm reading, I let my eyes wander around the room and catch Hanako trying her hand at solving problems. It looks like she's working alone. I can't remember seeing her working with other people before. Thinking back to how shy she is, it's understandable. Hey, that girl over there.
Huh? Who, Hichan?
Her, Hanako, over there. Does she always work alone?
I think so, Hichan. Do you feel sore?
Oh, I think I cut off a little bit. But we just move on. I was just thinking that maybe she could work for us or something. Hmm. Oh, oh, do you alright? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, not again. Oh no, excuse me.
There we go.
Oh, okay. Oh, I was like, what happened?
Uh, my mixer must have
Oh,
camped
okay.
out for a second. What? 'Cause all of a sudden I could see you talking, but I couldn't hear anything.
Uh-oh.
No, and it's not on your end. It's on my end.
Oh, okay, okay.
We're good. We're good now.
I don't know if you voiced this line or not. Did you?
Oh, I don't think that would be a good idea, Hichan.
Why not?
Oh my god. You just changed the names up to Sik-chan?
No, I think
Wouldn't
you could say like she-chan.
Shik-chan?
Yeah,
Because
she-chan.
there's Shi-chan, there's Hichan, and Shik.
I know. He-chan. She-chan.
Wouldn't get along with her.
Why? Misha shuffles around the question, letting out a laugh that sounds very strange. It's nervous, but still has that lilting up and down
Yeah,
quality present in everything she says.
Chan.
S-chan. S-chan.
Hichan. Just because Hichan.
By now, Shizune has noticed the conversation. Oops, excuse me. It makes me realize again how Misha has been citing everything she has been saying this whole time.
Wait, what? Sichan? The friend of my enemy is my enemy? That sounds so harsh. I'm not going to say that.
You said it anyway.
I know, Hichan. It's fine if you overhear.
I wonder if this is Misha's way of keeping things fair since about her. I won't be able to understand a thing Suzune is saying, and vice versa. Is that also why she signs all the time, so there is never a conversation Suzune would be left out of?
Anyway, we should return to the problems now, Hichan.
But she's by herself. Oh. We finished with the time to spare and I decided to ask if there are any alternatives to the cafeteria. As frankly, the food so far has been subpar, which is always the case if school's food.
At my school had food. We always just got it brought in.
Oh, okay.
But you got to remember, I live in the middle of nowhere, and
Yeah, makes sense.
we had like maybe 100 people.
Oh yeah, it's
in my
very
grade.
small.
Yeah, I think the school had like a maximum of like 300, 400 people.
Oh. The sense Susan and Misha
Thankfully.
arguing. Oh, sorry. Is it?
No, go ahead.
Okay. The sense Susan and Misha arguing among themselves about their favorite restaurants. All of them are downtown, so I don't think we have time to go all the way there. And what about the bill? Are they arguing just for the fun of it? Maybe. They seem so distracted by it that they don't even notice the start of the actual lunch break. I look over my shoulder towards the back of the classroom. She seems to be studying her notes from the previous class. That's an odd sight. Everyone else in class is busying themselves with the lunch break. Socializing, gossiping, rearranging desks, ones with actual boxed lunches mixed in and chatting like everyone else, only interrupted by short bouts of eating. But when I watch Hanako, it feels like I'm the only one who can see her, almost as if she was invisible, sort of hiding in plain sight. Is she being bullied? Is she like isolating herself from the rest of the class on her own accord? I see her look over her shoulder towards the classroom's rear door. Come to think of it, she hasn't turned a page since I've started watching her. I guess she's waiting for someone. What to do? I'm gonna talk to her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seems like a good people.
Yeah. Let me see. I still feel bad for making her run away yesterday, so I'd better say something. Hey there, Hanako.
Hiseo.
Well, at least she remembers my name. Hey, I just wanted to apologize for yesterday. I didn't mean to startle you or anything. I'm just new here and thought I should get to know my classmates. As Hanako looks up at me, I notice the scarring once more. It's a little bewildering that you can barely notice it from across the room, but it's so noticeable from close up.
That's okay. It was my fault.
Nah, that wasn't anyone's fault. It just kind of happened. So, are you waiting for someone? I saw you looking at the door before.
Yes, Lily.
Oh, you mean Lily the blind girl? Hanako only nods in response, and I can't help but wonder if finding people through disabilities is a faux pas of the worst kind or just normal here. I guess that explains why Lily took off after her yesterday. She seems like a nice girl. Are you two friends?
Yes.
As if hoping for Lily to appear, she checks over her shoulder again. I think I'm making her nervous again. I hope I'm not disturbing you right now.
No, that's not it. It's easier if Lily doesn't come here.
Oh, because it's hard to get around the classroom?
Not really.
Michael's gaze drifts past my shoulder and towards Shizune. Shizune? Michael nods again. What about her? Don't they get along? Hanako shakes her head. Clearly it's just something she doesn't want to talk about. It does make a strange sort of sense. Shizune and Lily not getting along so well. Communication between the two would be all but impossible. It's hard enough talking to Shizune through Misha, even when you can see whose hands are talking. Hanako's so focused on Shizune that I am first to notice Lily at the door. Oh, she's here now. Hanako spins around to confirm this. Upon seeing Lily, she moves quickly to the door.
Lily. Ah, Hanako. Good morning. Is the president here? Yes.
Hanako glances over at her shoulder at Shizune again, as if to confirm she can't hear them even though that's impossible.
I suppose we'd best be off then.
Lily's sigh and tone of what seems like frustration makes me raise an eyebrow. I guess there's some kind of amenity between the two? Well, I know what it means, but it's hard to say that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's intriguing, but that's not really something I'd ask about. I'm sure if they wanted me to know, then they would tell me. It's only my third day here. I should be trying to make friends, not finding out why people are enemies. So it's a little funny to find out that this school has little feuds, just like my old high school. Even if people are more tolerant of others, they're still going to get on each other's nerves. Hey Lily, how are things? I'm sorry I made you run off yesterday.
Oh my, is that Hiseo? I didn't realize you were here.
It seems that Lily is a little embarrassed about being so frank in front of me.
Sorry, Lily, I thought you realized. No, it's alright, Hanako. Hiseo, please don't worry about yesterday. It was just a misunderstanding.
If you say so. I'm still working this place out.
Well then, I think you'll find most people are a lot more forgiving from elsewhere. If you have feeling a little confused, please don't be afraid to ask questions.
Sure, I'll remember that.
Lily?
Lily gives a small nod of acknowledgement.
I'm sorry, Hiseo, but we must be off.
Hanako really doesn't look all that comfortable here, right now, and Lily still seems a little embarrassed. I wonder if my apologies really made an impact. Mind if I accompany you two? I'm not kind of pushing it, but Lily hums quietly, still smiling.
I'm sure that we could accompany you, can't we, Hanako?
She looks at Lily, then at me, and then she freezes, wide-eyed.
Sure. Well then, shall we go?
I'm sure Lily wouldn't do this so easily if she saw how scared Hanako looks, but it can't be helped now. Declining after deal is sealed would only cause confusion and problems. So we leave, all three together. Lily walks beside the wall, letting her cane gently tap against it every now and then. Hanako comes along right beside her, so close that she is practically half hugging her as they go. Although it must make her walking that much harder, Lily takes it in stride. As I turn around the corner of the hallway, something hits me in the chest with the force of a steam train. Hanako shrieks a little, and my vision briefly goes black. Ouch! Who? Opening my eyes, I see a pair of saucer-like green eyes looking up at me. They belong to the perpetrator, a short girl who bumped into me and has now fallen down to the hallway floor. She wears a PE uniform and a very worried frown. The former strikes me as a rather strange thing to have on during a lunch break. More striking than that, though, is that she doesn't have legs. Or she does, but they're not flesh and bone. Her pale and very much flesh and bone thighs end in shins and feet made of some black metallic or plastic-like material. They look disturbingly artificial and unnatural. It almost makes me forget that my chest is hurting. The girl winces a little, rubs her nose, and jumps up.
Aw, man. Hey, are you alright? I'm sorry about that, really. I wasn't looking where I was going, and you just came out of nowhere. Sorry.
She's looking really apologetic, in a hurt puppy way of looking apologetic. I quickly forget about being angry or anything, since her puppies are my weak spot. As is everyone's. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Ouch. Uh-oh. I say that, but there's a stinging pain growing in my chest, and I know that this is about the biggest possible danger for my condition. Don't overexert yourself, don't forget your medication, and most of all, don't get hit in the chest. I try to rub my solar, how you say it?
Solar plexus.
Plexus, thank you. To chase
Yeah,
the
of
pain
course.
away, holding my breath in an attempt to hear my heartbeat.
Oh, are we gonna have a
Excuse me.
heart attack yet?
Oh gosh, am I gonna die? Oh, it
Are you gonna
seems-
die in real life too?
I'm coughing. No, I'm okay. Seems normal.
Misuki dies in real life and in game.
Oh no. I'm okay. Oh, I think that's you.
Hey, should I get a nurse?
The word high-pitched voice of the girl snaps me out of it. I stared at her for a few seconds, dumbfounded, until I realized that I probably looked worse off than I really was. Doubled over myself and looking all tense. Dang, I'm really worried about my heart. No need. I'm fine. I managed to say something in response. I pull myself upright, feeling my sore ribs one last time, and take a deep breath. No die, please. Okay. She just knocked the wind out of me. Big time. But it's nothing more than that.
You sure you're okay? I hit you pretty hard.
It's okay. I said I was fine and nothing's broken. No harm done.
That's good. I was. Oh. Say, what happened?
She's not quite up to speed for obvious reasons, but she sounds very worried. More than what the situation deserves, really. Someone just bumped into me. Nothing serious. Just winded.
I'm sorry, it's my fault. I was just about to get some stuff and I was kind of in a hurry. She's quite a bit shorter than everyone.
Yeah.
That someone here is Emmy, isn't it?
The little girl coughs quietly, shuffles her plastic or metallic feet, looking down at them before saying anything.
Hi, Lily, Hanako.
I guess the girls know each other.
You please try being more careful. You might be sturdy enough to endure these sorts of accidents, but there are people who aren't.
The girl blushes and starts to fidget nervously like a little child caught misbehaving. So cute, I find myself smiling.
But I am. It was just. I gotta go. Teacher will have my head. I promised to help with the printouts, but I went running instead. Sorry, I gotta change and everything.
Before any of us can say anything, Emmy's already bolted away, leaving the hallway eerily quiet. Does that kind of thing happen often around here?
There are more rules in Yamaku than usual for running in corridors. But that rarely stops Emmy, it seems.
She shakes her head weakly and offers a slight, composed smile.
I don't think there's anything we can do to stop her. I'm afraid she'll be off then. Or shall we be off?
Lily heads off along the hallway, and Hanako hurries after her. The route to the room the two use for tea is really simple to retrace, being still fresh in my mind from yesterday. Lily and Hanako quickly go about the business of making lunch. Before I can even open my small bag of food, Lily is busying herself with her thermos and tea bags as Hanako is setting out both their lunch boxes. So, is this what you meant by coming here almost every day?
Yes, Hanako and I usually have lunch here. It suits both of us, and we ended up using this room regularly.
After seeing Hanako's reactions to me over the past couple of days, I can understand why that is a boon. That and Lily being able to get some quiet away from the class as well. I take my seat last, after Lily's poured tea for us and sits down. The more time spent with these two girls, the more I think they're a perfect foul to Misha and Shizune. Even without a voice, Shizune is direct and brass, and Misha seems to get along with everyone. On the other hand, Lily is soft-spoken and relaxed, while Hanako seems to be the shyest girl I've ever met.
So, how are you faring at Yamako? You seemed flustered before.
Apart from getting lost every now and then, and again, and being crash-tackled outside my classroom, fine, I guess.
You looked pretty hurt before. Are you really okay?
For a brief moment, I considered telling Hanako and Lily about my condition, but then I hold it back. I can't tell why, but for some reason, I feel uncomfortable talking about it to these relative strangers, even if they have been pretty friendly. Yeah, it's nothing. I was just a bit startled. Judging from the two girls' expressions, I don't think that they're buying it. And what I assume is their way of respecting my privacy, they don't press the matter. I guess that is one of the unwritten rules around here. Don't ask. Even if people's conditions are obvious, like Hanako's, there's still bound to be a story involved. Everyone has things that they don't feel comfortable speaking about, and I think everyone here recognizes that.
That's a really good point.
Yeah. So, how long? Go ahead.
Well, just saying, like he brings up, you know, some of them are pretty physical, like Hanako
Yeah.
with the scars, and it's just like unless they want to talk about it, like don't bring it up.
Yeah, unless, it's kind of considered, like, really rude and kind of, like, nosy. You
Mhm.
just kind of outright just say it.
Yeah, like it's even if it's a school that caters
Yeah.
to people who have disabilities or have been hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just kind of like don't tell unless you want to tell.
So, how long have you been in the school? You both seem to know your way around pretty well.
Well, I've been here since the start of high school, but only moved into the dormitories a year ago. Hanako joined at the start of the high school as well, and moved into the dormitory when she did, if memory serves me. Right? That sounds like a weird sentence.
It's a little bit strange.
That's right, since high school.
So, you've known each other since then?
Since I moved, yes. Hanako lives next door to me, so it's only natural, right? Right. I mean, to be fair, our neighbor is Kenji, so I don't know how much natural it is.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, of course. Living next to someone is probably reason not to befriend them, though I'm guessing that Lily's blindness played a part in it as well. Can't imagine Hanako easily making friends with someone who has to deliberately avoid looking at her scars. But immediate conversation dried out. We start to eat our lunch. It isn't long before the bells are signaling the end of the break. Like me, the girls pack up their lunches as efficiently as they set them out.
I guess I better be off. How are you going with Haseo, Hanako?
Hanako looks up at me, and for a second I can see that she was considering skipping class, maybe just to avoid walking to the classroom with me.
Yes.
I don't know what to think of it. Hanako really is delicate to the point of breaking if looked at in the wrong way. It makes me a bit nervous too, but I push the feeling aside, trying to be as natural as I can. We should hurry then. Class has already started by the sound of it. Lily gives a nod of farewell as she bends down to take her cane. Hanako and I fling out before her. Filing out. Is it fling out? We walk quickly down the empty halls to our respective classes. As we reach the door to Lily's 3-2 classroom, she turns towards me.
Haseo, thank you for sharing lunch with us today.
My pleasure, Lily. And with that, we part ways. Lily entering her classroom and leaving Hanako and me to make off to our own. She's still looking like she wants to run away. So, do you really want to go back to class now?
Yes.
Okay then. I feel like I should say something more to her, but it's hard to come up with anything that would be appropriate and safe enough. Kenji for new president. No. Oh my goodness. And Lily was right. The more time we spend out here, the more explaining we have to do. I open the rear door to the class and walk in. The teacher looks up at me and opens his mouth to say something. However, as Hanako follows me in and closes the door, he simply nods to us and continues his lecture. I wonder why, like, the teacher...
Are we late?
I think so. I think we are late. And I think the teacher's gonna be like, hey, you're never mind.
Never mind. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I thought we left at like before, but
But, wait, hold on.
Oh.
Didn't the bell ring, though? So wouldn't...
Wouldn't you have a couple of minutes to get to class? Yeah.
Right, yeah. This is the third time that Hanako has had her truancy practically ignored.
What a word that is. What does that even mean?
Huh? I need to search this up. There's definitely something going on here.
That's
Hold
what I was
on.
just doing. 'Cause I've never heard of this word.
A lot of
Truancy.
big words that I do not use in our everyday conversations.
The action of staying. That this is it.
Oh,
The action of staying away from school with good reason.
wow.
That is a very specific word.
Yeah, what? Wow. I didn't know there was a word for it besides like being absent.
No, like I would have just called it absence.
Yeah.
Like
What? Too big of a word for my small brain.
that's such a specific word.
We make our way to our seats, and I notice that Misha and Suzune are both missing as well. I wonder if it's some form of informal agreement with the staff, or if it's a perk afforded to the unique students of the school. Trying to make as little disturbance as I can, I extract the relevant textbooks from my bag and start catching up. The class goes on quietly. The teacher seems like an okay person despite the weird first impression I got, and the material is relatively interesting. However, the way he teaches is really bizarre. It's as if he expects that everyone is a natural genius.
Yeah, we're not all Mitsuki.
No, that's not true. Please teach me it in like elementary terms. like I'm a kid. Just kidding. When the final bell sounds, I realize that there's still a lot of time left in the day, and I'm left wondering what to do. It's odd. At the hospital, I had 24 hours a day of free time, but here, filling the considerable shorter hours feels difficult. Everyone else leaves, and I'm left alone to teach her. Muto was examining the assignment sheets we were working on earlier, marking them with a red ball pen. Raising his eyes from his papers briefly, he notices me and furrows his brow.
What is it, Anakin?
I jump at him addressing me, and I guess it's natural to strike some conversation since there's nobody else around. Nothing. Thinking about what I do after school. The teacher slowly puts a cap on the pen he's holding and arranges his papers into a stack, clacking it against the desk twice. He seems very methodical, and for a brief moment, I'm reminded of Shizune. The teacher is more unhurried and relaxed, much more routine.
You have no plans?
No, I consider joining a club, but don't know what kind of club would interest me.
Go observe a meeting of someone else's club. Might pique your interest.
I guess. But I don't know how to continue from there. Muto looks at me in a way that makes me quickly want to take the words back to avoid a conversation. But I can't, so I have to forge ahead. I just don't know how to deal with people. I mean, the other students. I'm talking to people and everything, so it's not that I'd be isolated or anything. I just don't know what to think about disabilities. It's like it feels that I'm being impolite if I pay attention to them. It's weird to ignore them. Danged if I do, danged if I don't. The teacher scratches his cheek absentmindedly, looking very unresponsive.
These things are only an issue if you make them one.
Oh, I think that's
You
really...
can talk normally with someone, even if they're blind or something. Try to look behind superficially. There's not a single student who isn't just a normal kid behind whatever they might be in at first glance.
He says the same thing as Yuko did. I know they're right, but it's hard. How can you not consider, for example, Shizune's deafness when the only way to communicate with her is to talk through Misha? Or Hanako? It's not like you can ignore her face. But... I'm interrupted by the door of the classroom suddenly slamming open.
Teacher!
Misha crashes in, hands straight in a enthusiastic greeting, her voice loud and lively enough to wake the dead from their graves. She starts towards the teacher's desk with her bouncing step, hands energetically swinging with the rhythm. Muto, visibly dismayed at the interruption, and Misha in general, slumps in his chair.
Mikado.
Misha stops in her tracks and looks around cluelessly as if she's sensing from his tone that something's wrong but has no idea what.
Yes? We have talked about the volume control before. Yes!
But she doesn't lower her voice at all, and the teacher just rubs his eyes.
So, what is it? We need help. We are running out of supplies for the festival sands. This is a distress.
She waves a pink slip of paper she's holding around.
So go get more supplies from the art room. What's the problem then? Plywood. Plywood is always the problem. Last time we wanted to get more, there was only a little. That time we took it all and went with that. Now that there's none left, so do you know where they are some? I don't understand. How would I know? Chan, I mean the president, thought that the teacher would know if there is plywood. Was she wrong?
Misha looks like he's in great pain, frowning with his entire essence, and Misha doesn't get it at all. Looking at the two of them communicate is terrible, looking at a man being tortured by drilling his skull open while blasting pop music at full volume at the same time.
I'm afraid I have no idea if there's plywood in school, let alone where it would be if there was any. But What should I do? Perhaps try to find Mr. Naomi. I'm quite sure he would know where to find everything you need. You'd have to pry them from his cold, dead hands, but that's a different matter. I don't have time. We're so busy.
She holds her head with both of her hands, looking as despairingly as it was possible for a person like her. While I've been noticing, she crumbles the note she's holding against her hair.
I shouldn't even be fetching things. There's so much to do, and we're falling behind schedule.
Mitchell looks at her gravely, and then suddenly smiles. Smiling doesn't really fit his face. I think it'd be better if he didn't.
I wonder if you would
Oh no.
get some temporary help.
He switches to staring at me, focusedly, with a hard expression as if trying to say, go make some friends. I guess I can give you a hand.
You can't? Thanks, Ichan. You're really nice.
She pauses, doing a double take, and then points at me with her finger, yelping, "Ah!" and looking very puzzled.
Come to think of it, what's Ichan doing here? Class is over. You should be having fun. We just had a little chat. Oh no, it's not detention, is it? Are you in trouble, Ichan?
No, I'm not.
Is Ichan in trouble, teacher? No, he's not.
Mr. sighs deeply, and I feel that I have to help Misha to get her off the teacher's back. So, what do you need?
Here's a list. I can try and find the plywood from somewhere, but if there's none in the art room.
She offers me the note she's holding. I take it, hesitating a bit. I'd said I'd help you, but this has no implications of whether I'm joining the council or not.
Ah. Still, thanks, Ichan. Try to be quick. We are in a stall building street now. We must hurry, hurry, hurry.
She runs out of the classroom, leaving me and the teacher looking at each other with something that feels like a silent agreement.
Well then, there you have it, Nakai. You have something to do now.
Please don't sound so smug. Looking at a list of a number of items ranging from paint to plywood, all written with small, neat handwriting that is undoubtedly Suzune's, I heave a sigh. I'll be going then. Waving the long list limply at the teacher, I exit to the hallway. The classrooms closest to ours are designated belonging to classes 3-1 and 3-2 on the right side, and 3-4 on the left side, each door looking exactly the same. Further down the corridor still, with identical doors, are rooms that I didn't think were used for classes. I guess the art room is not a classroom as such. I carefully push open the furthest door, peek in. It's a classroom, but it seems rather badly kept, or not in use. Am I in the right place? Desks and chairs are all around the room, a thin layer of dust settled on them. There are some easels in the corner, so at least this looks like the right place. The room is flushed in sunlight from the big windows, shadows creeping all over the desk. Specks of dust are dancing in the stagnant air, making the beams of light almost visible. Jokingly, I call into the empty room. And behold, something catches my eye and I stop mid-sentence. Sitting on a desk is a short-haired girl, curiously wearing a boy's uniform, with a fork between her toes, a morsel of food stuck firmly on the end. The dishonesty of dining seems to be caused by her apparent lack of hands, but her presence here is what takes me aback even more. How did I miss her before? She's sitting in the corner very still, but I still somehow took her as part of the furnishing or a statue at first glance. I'm not being too observant today as a whole. The girl seems to be frozen in place, staring at me with her huge eyes like a rabbit in headlights. She's staring at me, her mouth wide open, ready to accept the fork. I'm staring at her, my mouth wide open, suddenly remembering I didn't finish my sentence and trying to think if I should. This weird stalemate keeps us both stunned to silence, punctuated only by the wall clock ticking rhythmically.
Hello?
The girl stuffs a forkful in her mouth and is now staring at me expectantly while chewing. This is a bit awkward. Hello. I was told to pick up some supplies from here. For some festival stalls, I think? I didn't think there would be anyone. There would be someone here.
There isn't. That's why I came here too.
She picks up another forkful. Doesn't that mean you're here then? She raises her eyebrows as if she was suspecting my observation was false.
You're pretty observant. I guess it does. But who are you?
This girl's pretty straightforward, isn't she? I'm Nakai, Masao Nakai. I just transferred in on Monday.
I'm Rin. Suzuki Rin. Rin Suzuki. Sasuka. I won't shake hands with you, but at least we know who we are now. That's very nice.
Her deadpan manner of talking makes it hard to determine whether she's joking about shaking hands or not. It kinda bothers me. Joking about these matters doesn't feel appropriate at all. I'm trying to figure out what's appropriate and whether this girl is. She seems to have lost interest in me and is now gazing yearningly back at her food.
Can I continue my lunch? If you don't mind, I won't mind you. If you need to get your stuff, the supplies are at the back.
Go right ahead, but lunch? It was already over for today.
What word would you use then? There's no word for a meal you eat after lunch, but before dinner. It bothers me very much too. But I don't know what I should say.
I don't think you're supposed to eat a meal between lunch and dinner to begin with. Wait, what do you mean? You can still eat? You can still eat or snack on something?
Snackums.
Yeah.
But I'm hungry now, and my delicious boxed lunch would go to waste otherwise. I have curry. It is very delicious.
Ooh, curry.
I like curry.
Very yummy. With much decisiveness, Rin once again picks up the fork between her toes. With at least as much in politeness, she points it straight at me.
So, Nakai, what brings you to this place?
Like I said, I was told to look for these things.
No, this school. From outside you look fine. Is your problem inside?
I come to a full stop, opening my mouth but not getting a word out. I
can guess. I'm good at guessing. Better than most people.
Rin cuts me off before I can answer a question. I skirt around it somehow. I don't know which I would have done. I froze in front of this issue again. I haven't even told anyone here about my condition. Or maybe it's only because it hasn't really come up. I do get the feeling that not making issues of this is part of the social code here, as the teacher said. I wonder if the people here could relate. Probably not any better than any normal person could. I can't relate to Suzuna's circumstances, or Lily's either. Naturally, while I go through this in my head, Ren keeps considering what my condition could be. If I overly contemplate... I can't even say the word. Look on her
I'll
face.
contemplate.
Thank you. She lifts
Yeah,
her
no
fork, retain her lips, and leans back, looking at the ceiling as if the answer was written up there. A beam of light illuminates her face from that window side, creating a mask of dark shadow on the other side.
I don't think it's anything in your head. There's something in your guts would be boring, ordinary. Like this lunch of mine, and less delicious. The problem must be in your pants.
Excuse me? This messed up Sherlock Holmes kind of statement and the sheer lack of tact that was delivered with catches me completely off guard. I think I might have reeled back even physically as Rin's eyes widen in revelation and astonishment.
So I was right. There's something wrong with your tackle, isn't there?
No. Still partially in shock, but recognizing the need to reply something, I spit out the first thing that I can think of. No, nothing like that. I have a heart problem. Arrhythmia. I said it. More like blurted out, but I said it. The girl in front of me purses her lips together and glowers at me, looking very disappointed.
How boring. Trouble in the pants would be much more scandalous.
What's with this reaction? I'm sorry to let you down.
I forgive you, just... I collect people, and a person with, that kind of problem would have been really great.
Collect people?
People with different problems.
Huh. So you just, like, go around asking people what's wrong with them?
Pretty much.
Oh, thank you so much for the raid, Leah! Welcome, welcome, raiders. Hello, PNG.
We are establishing that we don't have problems with our pants.
Yes! Also, thank you so much for the posture checks, Ren. It's good to see you. How was your stream? I know you were playing Bug Fables, am I correct? I think so, yes. How did that go? Yeah, we were continuing a little bit, at least we were progressing a little bit more. And we're bringing more characters. Oh, Ione, hello! Thank you so much for the hydrate. It's good to see you too. Let's see, it was good, making good progress. My eyes started hurting though. Oh no! Hope it's okay
No
now.
eyes. Tell me to smarten up.
Oh, I hope you can rest your eyes. Definitely soon.
Yeah, you gotta be prepared for the feminist uprising.
Hold on a second. It's a out of context. Okay, reference to one of the characters. Yes, Kenji.
Kenji.
He is a conspiracy going on. I will, thank you. That's good. I see. A little left to say. Rin resumes her lunch and the conversation dies away. I keep thinking about what was said. The first time I told anyone else about my condition. All the other people have either known about it already or heard about it from someone else. Or I didn't need to know about it like every other student here so far. Should I have told it as a natural part of introductions? Is it expected of me? Hi, I'm Masao. I have a very serious heart condition. Is that how I'm supposed to go around introducing myself from now on? As if our disabilities would define us. What a disgusting thought. Or maybe this Tezuka girl just has an unnatural interest in such things. As I walked back to the room to pick up the items on Misha's list, a chance opened to study Rin from the corner of my eye. Her hair is burnt auburn, almost orange, and cropped short. Long hair would probably be impossible with no arms. The boy's uniform, the lack of arms, makes her look very thin, almost scrawny. She's not particularly pretty, except for her murky green eyes, which flicker restlessly from below her short bangs, even when she eats. The distance and the shadows make it seem like they don't reflect sunlight at all, but instead absorb all of it within them like deep wells. She moves her feet almost as deftly as a normal person would use their arms. However, I can see how the sight can discomfort people, especially while eating. It makes you feel a bit uncomfortable, at least. I hesitate to think about the word unnatural, but it's too late now, isn't it? I keep searching cabins and shelves for Misha's things, but after enough time passes, the silence grows too uncomfortable, so I try to force some conversation out of the strange girl. So, do you always eat alone and this late? Or do you get the occasional visitor?
Visitors. Maybe you are my first occasional visitor, but I don't always eat alone either. Sometimes I eat with a certain person on the roof, if she's not horsing around.
Person. Horsing?
Likes to do sports.
Oh. And that's all I can think of to say. Both of us pause silent again as Rin forks the last bits of her meal to her mouth. I look down my hall and double check it with Misha's list. It seems to have everything except plywood. So I think I have all the things now.
That's very nice for you. Don't feel obliged to stay. I was about to take a nap anyways. You need to do whatever you're going to do with that stuff anyways, right? Or perhaps you would like to watch a girl sleeping.
What?
Let me just watch this.
No. I'm not sure what to make of this, but Rin looks serious. Even if I did, I think I have to be going. I'll catch you around.
Supposed to get off if you're not watching me sleep.
Oh, what? I'll catch you around, Tezuka. I'm out.
You can call me Rin. I feel like our relationship is at a point enough that we can warrant this.
Oh, okay. I was already turning to make my exit, but she draws me back in. Fine then. I'm Hisao.
Then you are.
Okay, thank you. Have a nice day.
Yeah, bye.
Rin looks at me hard in the eyes, but an intimidating feeling you get when someone stares at you
Like
isn't
Ren the
there.
weirdo.
It's like she's actually not looking at me at all. She blinks a couple of times, and I can't figure out why a pause like this just popped between us out of nowhere.
See you later, Haseo.
There's something like a tiny smile there in her face. Maybe. I quietly back out of the room. As I shut the door in front of my face, I whisper to myself, what an intriguing person. From inside, I hear a muffled sing-song voice.
I heard that.
I was whispering it!
What did she hear?
Oh my... I jump at the sudden appearance of Misha, who I had not heard approaching despite the completely empty hallway. She just popped out of nowhere! Somehow she had gone to jumping distance of me without making a sound. Creepy. It briefly reminds me of Kenji's nutty theory about a global feminist conspiracy, where I pushed that thought aside.
Yes,
Oh.
conspiracy.
He actually like thought about that. He still remembered it. Oh my goodness. Zune standing slightly behind Misha looks aloof, as she couldn't have heard the remark that drew Misha's attention, but Misha is visibly excited. Watch people sleeping. Oh my.
No, wait. Oh, Whitney, who is in there? There's no club meetings today.
She tries to curiously peek past me, even though the door prevents her from seeing anyway. What are you doing here?
You took so long that we had to come check what's wrong. That's no good, He-chan.
She wags her finger at me, scolding me.
I found plywood, but everything else is still missing because you are tardy.
Oh, sorry, I got things here. We're just about to bring them.
I think you were up to mischief, He-chan. Who was in there with you? I wonder...
Misha signs something quickly to Shizune, pointing at her own ear a couple of times. Shizune immediately pushes her way past me and opens the door into the classroom I just left. I can imagine the shock she is experiencing. With Shizune's diligence and attitude, the insolence of daring to deface school property by sleeping on top of it must be too much to bear. And indeed, she stares at Rin, frozen in place, apart from the slight but noticeable trembling of her shoulders from suppressed rage, I'm sure. Instead of blowing up, Shizune just takes a few deep breaths, adjusts her glasses, and slams the door shut, changing to sign furiously at Misha. Maybe she did blow up, but I can't understand it.
Why is she, like, mad?
Yeah, she's like, can't be sleeping, sleeping in
In
classrooms.
the class, yeah.
She shoots a very loaded stare at me, too, as if it was somehow my fault that Rin is sleeping on one of the tables. Oh, that's why. Sleeping on a table.
Yeah, so you're right, yeah.
I hope she's not getting any
Because you're not watching her sleep. That's the problem.
I hope she's not getting any funny ideas about the reason of my tardiness.
Hello.
Rin's voice comes from the outside of the door, and it takes a few eye blinks to realize she might have trouble opening it. I opened the door to find Rin directly behind it, looking as if a half-interested, half-sleepy face.
Hello. Miss Suzuki, what do you think you're doing? You're absolutely not permitted to use the school property as such. Disgraceful activity.
She's like, I
You
just
were
wanted to
considered-
sleep.
You were kidding about the larger class? Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
the
so
last-
many
it was like the
characters.
last half hour, it just kind of...
Yeah, sorry. There's like so many characters right now. Again.
Yeah. It sure is suddenly very crowded in here. I didn't know I was this popular.
It's hard to say whether she's happy or unhappy about this turn of events. At any rate, she ignores Shizune and Misha's scolding, so they have no choice but to drop the issue. Shizune taps Misha's shoulders, points at Rin, and makes some quick signs.
Property aside, please don't do that anymore. Anyway, how's the project going? Oh, that's not her voice. Anyways, how's the project going? Will it be done for the festival?
Rin looks at them blankly, apparently at ease under the pressure. Shizune is excuse me, cold stares putting on her.
Wondering about that myself, too. And let's think about it further.
As Misa signs a reply to Suzune, face turns into an unsatisfied frown.
Miss Suzuki, please take this seriously. It'll be a disaster if the wall looks like someone threw up their lunch on it.
Rin nods assertively.
We'll think about it more seriously.
Misha actually giggles at that, but Suzune doesn't. Not even after translation. She just shakes her head, takes some materials for me, takes off her Misha in tow. Rin frowns thoughtfully as she looks after the retreating student console duel.
How rude. It's true, though. I must finish my project before the weekend. There will be dire consequences if I don't. Yeah, the end of the world as we know it. Like weekends usually are, but more dire.
Understandable.
We agree. Much more dire. Maybe I'll postpone my nap. The unforeseen future.
Alright. I'm about to ask what project she has, and what are these apocalyptic consequences, but she walks back into the art classroom.
Since you have nothing to do, would you give me a hand? The paint can't fit into my bag, but I need it.
She shoots lightly at a huge can of paint that's lying on the floor next to the table she was sitting and sleeping on. It lets out a dull clang. Being the gentleman I am, I naturally pick it up. Heavy. Yeah, sure. Where do you need to take it?
Away.
And with that, she takes off the hallway. To the hallway, me and the paint can following since there's little choice for either of us. The hallway is quiet and empty now. There's Suzune and Misha gone, so we two leave towards the stairwell at the other end. Every 10 or 15 or 20 steps, I have to change the can from one hand to another because the thin handle cuts into my palm. At least it keeps my arms from flying too fast. Rin strolls on beside me with an uneven pace that I have trouble matching. Maybe I am walking weird because of the extra weight. It seems one of us is constantly walking too slow or too fast, and I can't figure out which. 2 flights of stairs below, trouble appears in the form of a head nurse and his fox-like grin.
Ah, Mr. Naki, what a happy coincidence. Sasaki too, of course.
Hello. He nods courteously to Rin, who does not acknowledge him back, and turns to me because obviously it's me who he had some business with.
There's something I forgot to mention on Monday.
I nod impassively because I can't even begin to guess what he forgot. The feeling of the handle delving deeper into my skin doesn't make me feel enthusiastic about this interruption either.
It's about your medication. Since you haven't been that long on your current medication, there might be some unexpected side effects, which might result in adjusting the doses or even changing to another type of medication. So we will do a few tests regularly, but what I wanted is for you to keep an eye on everything in your condition that feels off, if you get what I mean. Nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, and diarrhea. Anything that could be anything, and come see me if anything happens.
All the kind, everything and above. Alright.
So how are you? Everything fine?
I give up and drop the can to the floor before answering him. Apparently this takes longer than my biceps can handle. I'm about to say something generic as I answer, but didn't realize how often I've done that lately. Other people have asked me that too. Teachers and students here. My parents, visitors, nurses, doctors at the hospital. Everyone seems to be concerned about that. It's natural for a hospital, not so much for a school. Except this school. This is a small school, and both the student base and the faculty seem to be very tightly knit. At least that's the feeling I'm getting. And this is not the kind of school that gets transfer students too often. The thought sends shivers up my spine, but I give a generic answer anyway.
That's great. Also, another thing. My sources tell me that you've been neither the school track, or You've been at neither the school track nor even the pool, so I'd like to know if you'd pick it up in the exercises like I asked.
Of course I haven't. But his way of inquiring gives me the feeling I should have been running my butt off on the track since the very first day. Do you have people spying on me?
Not as such, I just happen to know a few people, but that's not the issue here. So don't try and slip it out.
I was actually just doing some improvised weightlifting as an exercise. I pick up and lift a can up and down a few times like some sad imitation of a bodybuilder, even though it's weighing down on my arms painfully. The stupid grin disappears from his face for a second, then comes back like it was never gone.
Z, you give me a second.
Nurse grabs me by my shoulder without waiting for Rin's permission, which he didn't need in the first place, and drags me aside.
When I told you to exercise, I wasn't joking. I understand that you are still in your first week and all, but please don't ignore the importance of this. The reason I'm coming down hard on you is that habits are not easy to form. The more you slip up and postpone, the harder it'll be. It's the same with everything, like dieting. Can you promise me to be more serious from this from now on?
Yeah.
You want to click maybe, don't you?
No, it's like if it's important for his health and stuff, I say yes. I mean, will we have an option to it? I don't know. Would be yeah, yes, yeah. I promise, definitely. He studies me for a moment and then shrugs, smiling again.
Okay, that's more like it. If you go to the school track tomorrow morning, you'll meet my spy, who probably has no qualms in offering
Consultation?
consultation to you if you want to jog a bit.
Consultation?
See you around.
What? Okay, just gonna go.
All right, I'm out. Bye.
He leaves a wave his hand and no answer, and I walk to Rin, who has been waiting, idly leaning against the hallway wall and staring at the pale lighting fixtures in the ceiling. Even when I approach, she doesn't move her eyes off them.
Are you getting medication for your heart thingy?
Were you listening? It comes out more accusatory than I intended, accidentally lashing out on her. Oh, so then enough. Were you listening? Like that. But even so, I don't really want to start talking about it. I just met her. I don't know her. It's not her business. This nurse seems to be happily ignorant about confidentiality too, talking about that kind of thing in public. But it's not Rin's fault, is it? I look up at her, suddenly feeling a bit guilty, but Rin is just staring past my shoulder quizzically, her head tilted like a bird's. I don't know why it's so hard for me. It feels like it's just some blah. Yeah, block that friends me for being more upfront about this. Yeah, they're from my heart.
Will they make you better?
No, not really. They just make me a little less worse. Rin keeps looking at me for a while longer, and she neither says anything further, nor displays any kind of emotion I could discern. I'm thankful that she doesn't. I think I'm still not quite used to all this. At the hospital, it was easy, but I still haven't sorted my feelings about having to live a normal life with this disability. We leave the main building and Rin leads us onwards towards the dorm. We stop at the small patch of greenery in front of the dorm building. The dorm is built on a slightly elevated ground, a wall, and a few trees that everyone has to circle around every time they come and go. It's probably the only inconvenient design in school. The entire wall, made of the same kind of bricks as the building itself, has been covered with some sort of a painting. Most of it is still mere sketches, lines drawn with black and white against a gray plastering that covers almost the entire length of the wall, but some places look a bit more finished. There are human faces, legs, and hands. I can't quite say what the painting as a whole might portray. Stacks of what seems to be paint cans are arranged in piles on the ground beside the wall.
See, the left side is hardly off the ground yet. It's because I can't get in the mood yesterday, so I gave up and went to meditate instead. Then it was suddenly morning. So I just went to sleep.
Yeah, just sleep. He's calling it meditation.
Yeah, meditation. That's what I'm gonna call sleep from now on. Meditation. I have to work on it, but the guys from the art class are helping with the negative spaces and base surfaces, whenever, which is a problem. It's easier to paint big areas than it is big areas if there are a lot of people with hands. The reach is better, and it's faster too.
She goes on a tangent of a tangent, waving little with her arm or whatever of it there actually is to demonstrate even though I got the point already. The way cotton of her sleeve flaps around, it makes me think it could look sadder than it does. But it makes me feel out of place, like almost every tangible reminder of the student base's special properties has in the past few days. This girl doesn't notice my dreary feelings, of course, or the fact that she lost me a while ago, and just keeps on blabbering.
And so that's why I'm trying to figure out if there's something I need to figure out, and then figure out before it's too late. And all hope is lost.
I need to figure it out.
All right,
To
we got a
figure it
female
out.
Kenji.
Female
Yeah, I gotta
Kenji.
figure that out.
Why would the hope be lost?
Because paint has to be painted, and then it has to dry, and then it has to be painted over in another type of kind of paint.
Oh, okay.
It takes time.
She finally stops, apparently thinking she made some kind of a statement that makes sense. I think it's best to start from the top. So, this is your project? You did this?
Yes.
All of it?
Yes.
Nice, but I stumble with my words, suddenly feeling like I've walked straight into the minefield of political incorrectness.
It's okay, you can say it. I probably won't get mad.
I blush really hard. I don't really know what would be the right thing to say, if any. It feels I'm way more sensitive than Rin is, though. This is really awkward.
Don't you want to ask?
How do you paint without hands?
See, I'm an easy person to talk to, right? With my feet.
I almost guessed that already, but isn't that hard to do?
You're good at guessing. Anyways, I don't think it is, but maybe I'm used to it by now.
I can't get my mind around the fact that she could be an artist, but seeing how adept she was using her feet to eat, I figure painting might not be a problem either. Neither of us has anything more to add to the subject.
The afternoon light works pretty well. I was afraid it would look too flat, but it's not like that at all. I think it's actually pretty interesting. I wanted to see what it would look like in dim light. Do you think it's flat?
Well, paintings tend to be flat.
Not like that flat, flat. Like some people are. No substance, no meat, where there should have been some. I know what you feel.
Okay, I get it, but I couldn't really tell. I'm not that good with art. I can't name many artists or artistic terms. So I don't really have anything to say. It's just, yeah. Rin shrugs her shoulders at that, saying, "Suit yourself," without saying it, and looks up at the sky as if trying to look for something up there.
I didn't think I'd get any actual work done, but if you give me a hand with the paints, I could do a little before it gets too dark. I wanted to get a halogen lamp, like the ones they have at the sports track, but there weren't any.
Rin sure is quick to recruit my help, as was Shizune. It really makes me feel that the festival is such a big project that every pair of hands is needed. Why not? I'm not really sure if I can be of any help, though.
I'm just mixing some paints. You can do that. Probably. Do you have the motor control problem? Like, those people who have some? Cerebral palsy, maybe?
Not that I know of.
I get it. Heart thingy has nothing to do with it.
She gives me a sly look for no reason. No, it doesn't.
And his biggest flex, Can't even paint with my hands. Also,
Uh,
people that can play video games with their feet is the coolest thing.
I know, it's pretty cool.
Let's do it then.
So she sits on an empty wooden box and very naturally picks up a wide brush between the toes of her bare right foot. Open a few of the cans to pour some of the contents into shallow bowls for mixing. Thick paints flow lazily from the can to the bowl like syrup. I mix them, creating funny, hypnotic-looking swirl patterns that melt quickly into each other to form a new monotone hue. Ren sets to work every now and then, asking me for a hand of something or the other. Finding different brushes is easy enough, but mixing the paints to be the exact tone this girl is apparently seeing in her head is a frustrating ordeal. She wants precision down to the last milliliter before she is satisfied, but her instructions are obscure at best. Oh no.
Add half a splash of green.
You know, foot stream when? Oh my. I crouch on to pick up the can of bright green.
The other green. This green.
I carefully pour some of the other green paint into the mixing bowl.
No, that's almost a whole splash. More white. And is green a good color, Dad?
No idea, you're the artist here. A hint of a smile appears in the corners of her mouth.
Do you lack an opinion?
No, it's just that I have no idea. I'm just here.
It's okay because I've just got an idea. Add more white.
With this explanation, I pour a minuscule amount of white into the bowl and mix it. It looks slightly whiter.
That's not good. It has to be like the color you wake up and you know that you saw the meaning of life behind the dream. But I can't remember it.
What? Oh, what?
Everybody in this game just has like great random quotes.
Yeah.
That makes no sense. Maybe it's yellow.
Nani couldn't. Despite the impossibility of mixing color, like the change of seasons or any other nonsense that's being imposed on me, I find myself enjoying it more than I thought I would. Seeing a painting being born on a placid wall feels like magic. I spend the moments I have between mixing paints crouching on the paving, and I just look at her work. It feels slightly intrusive at first, like breaking some imaginary intimacy, but Rin doesn't seem to mind the least bit. Maybe it's just in my head. Her entire presence emits a completely different air as she patiently works the details, adding layers of paint on top of other layers of paint, subtly moving her foot across the wall to add new shapes. When I manage to produce a passable mixture of paint, the rare smile on her face is oddly rewarding. Apart from a few words when discussing paint mixes, neither of us says a word for the longest time. And even though short discussions soon evolve into a shorthand, both of us developing and using weird impromptu code words for various paints and hues. As if there were some need to converse words and breath and sound. Oh, it's nighttime now. We stay late into the evening till it becomes too dark to paint properly. Okay, I think this is probably, if it's going to go to the next day, I think this is probably a good time to end.
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
place because we're
Yeah.
in between.
We...
And I'm sure we're gonna wake up and Kenji's gonna do another 40-minute rant.
You're right. He's like, what? Stuff that's coming out of his mouth? What? Alright.
Yeah.
Like when you and Doc were like, oh yeah, Kenji, and I was like, okay, he's probably not gonna be, he's probably gonna be like a little bit quirky. What? I was like,
I mean, he's quirky.
Alright, let me go to just chatting room. Yeah, at least we got progress. That's good. It's been like what? I think we went through 2 days.
Yeah. I think we're gonna join a club next day.
Oh, okay.
I don't really remember this. It's been like years since we played this. So.
That's okay. Quirky. Yes, very quirky. Leah, you should have been there when Kenji was talking about the conspiracy.
Yeah, the feminist revolution and
You can always watch over
how
the
the
VOD.
school is secretly 60-40 and
It's like, why is there so many females in this school?
Yeah.
More the
They're
ratio.
slowly building it up.
It's funny. But yeah, thanks so much for joining and playing
Candy
again.
inspires people. I like a negative way.
One of those. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. But yeah, thanks again for joining, Dio. So,
That
we
was a
had to
lot of fun. A lot of laughs.
definitely have to do it again. I will let you know when I am able to.
Yeah, sure. Sounds good. Well, I'm free most times. Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
Yeah. Interesting. Also, yes, thanks again for the raid, Leah. Don't be like Kenji kind of vibe. Thanks for being here, everyone. Let me see if I can look for someone to raid. There we go. Do you have someone in mind, Duo?
No, I don't have anybody right
That's
now.
okay. I will look and see. Mm. Okay, we can raid. No, looks like they're playing. Wait, what are they playing? Oh, it doesn't say, but it's okay. Oh no, Maple Story. They're playing Maple Story. Join us in the future for Lena Wood stream. And it's like, no! Also, thanks for being here as well, too, Sa and everyone. So next week, I am actually gonna be taking a break from streaming because I kind of promised Lena. She's like, "Are you gonna take a break from streaming?" I'm like, "Yeah, okay." You know, I've been streaming like, you know, I think I've been streaming every week actually, the past few weeks. But yeah, so I'll be taking a break. But we'll be back with probably some more like I would say yeah, maybe some more. Oh wait, maybe not actually. I was gonna say Ace Attorney investigations, but I think we're doing something on the day with Leah. Having my week break was so refreshing. Yeah, just be lacking in sleep. I've been waking up way too early still. I don't know. My body's weird. Which is weird because I work night shifts and stuff. You'd think I would like sleep, even wake up later in the day. Sleep, what is sleep? Exactly. Also, thanks so much for the head pat. Says, let me get that raid started here. Hold on. Okay. But yeah, thanks again everyone for watching. Hope everyone had a good time. And I hope everyone has a good rest of their week. Their weekend, once the weekend is here. And did I forget to say have a good day and the rest? Yeah, have a good day and rest of the night. I don't know. My brain. You have any parting words, Stu?
Always remember, you can be the anti-Kenji of the world.
No, wait, hold on. What? Did you say you want to be a Kenji of the world? Is that what you said?
No, you could be the anti-Kenji.
Oh, anti! Okay. Okay, I'll take that, yes. Alrighty.
Have a good guys. Thanks
Yeah.
for watching us. Really appreciate it.
Hold on, let me put my thing.
You know.
Hey, everyone. And oh, my raid message. Whoops. Day/night. Hold on, I'll get there eventually. Give me a second. Alright.
There we go.
You can use the little bear icon if you don't have the raid one. I better do it before it's gonna like kick me out pretty soon. There we go. Alright, bye everyone!